Welcome in, everyone, to another session with the Second Chances. Before we jump into tonight's adventures, we're going to start, as always, with our thank yous, the first of which goes out to Critical Role for the amazing world that they've created in Exandria. Specifically, we are adventuring in the continent of Wildemount. I'd also like to give a thank you to Reliquary Records, Critical Role, and Dungeon Glitch, all of whose music you may hear in tonight's session. You can find all of those over on Spotify and probably other streaming platforms as well, so you should. With that, the Second Chances, after having finally traveled to Zadash to check up on Leo's sister Helesna and friend Triv, they met with Ophelia Mardoon, the gentleman, a self-proclaimed kingpin of crime in Zadash, who runs that cell of the Myriad. Even though the Second Chances have been being pursued by the Rexentrim Myriad, it seems that Ophelia was looking to aid them and sort of be their lifeline into the criminal underworld if they agreed to do a favor for her. They were sent to the Eglin Quarry, where a storehouse that belonged to her had apparently been overtaken, and she wants them to go and simply destroy it so that no one can have it. Being led there by a halfling named Chile, they eventually ran into a cleric of Ray, the Everlight, the Dawnflower, a lesser-known god that had disappeared during the Divergence, who had a dream of Leo being consumed in flames and asked if she could accompany them. Heading toward the quarry, they ran into a group of harpies and a giant that they were able to dispatch, and that is where we left off, and that is where we will go ahead and jump into tonight's adventure. So, Second Chances. Roz just felled this hill giant. What are you doing?
Maeve is wiping off some saliva and blood from those creatures. Oh no, they grabbed her. I guess they didn't bite her.
Yeah, I don't think
So-
anybody. There shouldn't be any saliva on you.
Okay, scratch marks then. She's not happy walking into a moonbeam and almost being picked up.
Yep.
And then Leaf
Chile
almost being picked
comes running down from on high, kind of out of breath. He goes, "You gotta be careful. This is a harpy territory. Sometimes they have hill giants working for them."
Thank
Whew.
you. We
Good
encountered
job.
both.
That would have been great information like
Oh,
an hour ago.
I told you that there's monsters around these parts. I can't recall all of them.
Oh, God. All right. Is everyone okay with taking a short break and then we'll keep going?
I certainly won't complain if that's going to be all right for our mission.
Yeah, we weren't on any timeline, I don't think.
Not that I know of. I look over to Chile. Do we have to be back within a day?
Nope.
All right,
Nope,
great.
nope. The the person that you're on a mission for just wants it done whenever.
All right, then let's take an hour, catch our breath, and we'll keep going.
Sounds good
All
to
right.
me.
Who would like to be the ones keeping watch while you rest for an hour?
I will.
I haven't been hit, I don't think.
Okay. Zana also points out, perhaps over here, and she kind of points to where there was sort of a bridge of like fallen trees that kind of came out to a small little outcropping, and recommends that everyone sort of takes the rest under that bridge away from the potential eyes of more harpies should they come here and make themselves known.
Excellent idea.
Makes sense. All right. Can I short rest? Is that fine?
Yep.
All right.
Zana will do the watch with Hermia. So, Hermia, go ahead and make a perception check. Oh, not great.
Okay.
That is a 9 for Zana. What did you get?
Hold on, I haven't rolled yet.
Also, let me take a short rest for Leaf. He's only 7 away. Yeah, screw it. We'll have him do a one-hit
How much
dice.
should I heal?
18.
Okay. Oh, cool. He got exactly 7. Make sure you also update the... God damn it. I forgot to do it again. There we go. Repeat. That your tokens in Roll20 are also updated with your
Okay,
health.
there we go.
Zana's at
Sorry,
full.
my roll was not working.
So, you and Zana keep an eye out, while also staying to cover, so that way if someone's spotted, you aren't the only ones who are being spotted. And there's a few times where you hear the nearby squawking of some harpies, but none of them seem to come over in this direction. There is a Periton at one point that does fly over top of you, but doesn't seem to notice, or if it does, isn't looking to mess with the people who are standing around a bunch of dead Periton and harpy and hill giant corpses.
That's reasonable.
So you seem to have completed your short rest without any trouble. Oh, I should probably do Zana's short rest as well. Oh, and also, what's her face? The new character that you met.
Oh,
Leah.
Leia.
Leah. I think it's supposed to be Leah.
Leia. Yeah.
View. Where's she at? Let me actually go and grab her token off of that other page. Oh no, I thought she was her, but she's not. Cool. I'm just gonna start a little group of your NPCs up here. All right, Leah.
Her tokens that we've acquired.
Short rest. You gonna add Leah to your harem, Maeve?
Only if she's cool with it. That's the rule. As long as everybody's cool with it.
All right.
Sure.
Was there anything that anybody wanted to potentially discuss or talk about during your short rest here?
Trying to think. Think so.
If not, as you are kind of sitting around and catching your breath and resting up a little bit, Zana does mention that, once we get inside, if this is, it's a mine, I won't be able to do what you're used to me doing without potentially alerting more of them. So if we're looking at this being a stealth mission of sorts, keep that in mind with whatever magics you end up using.
Fair enough. We don't want to arouse too much suspicion. Do you have any other weapons besides those?
I
loud
have
machines?
a few things that I can use to quiet it, but they don't last long through extended use. And she holds up her pepper box, and you see that there is a long, thick, cylindrical piece of metal that is attached to the front of it.
And
She's got
perhaps
silencers.
That's cool as hell.
That's pretty cool. Then perhaps for any people we must pick off, Leo and I can help take care of those.
Chili also pipes up
Yeah.
and goes, we're only about an hour away from where the entrance is. I won't be going inside with you, just in case, you don't come out, and I can report back if the harpies don't catch me on the way.
I was gonna say, you're gonna stay out here with the harpies?
I'm really good at hiding.
Well, you know what? Fair enough. It's reasonable. All right.
And
I mean,
slipping into
actually,
small
I do
spaces.
believe him.
Yeah. As far as sneaking around goes, I'll try, but
Not your strong suit, I understand.
no, not much talking. And also, if it's far away from me, not anything I can really do about that. So
Well, we'll need to get the lay of the land of what's inside first. Once we, I perhaps get into an all-out battle, that's where you'll
Yeah.
come in.
I'll leave that to you.
Leaf pipes up and goes, Rosalind, since getting your new armor, you have been much quieter than you are normally.
That is true. It definitely is a bit. She shifts and moves around. Yeah, it doesn't clank and clunk around like my old armor did.
It's weird. I'm used to hearing that behind me, and then when I didn't, you almost scared me.
Usually I'm in front, but fair enough.
I meant earlier. But yes.
Yeah, no, it's it's really good make, and it really well. It doesn't make too much noise.
Well,
It's a step up from what I had back home.
fair enough. Well, how about we get a little bit closer, and then I suppose we can figure out order of operations from there.
Makes sense.
So, as you continue further in, with Chile leading you, this time being careful not to potentially alert any more winged annoyances,
That's good.
eventually you do come to the front of a mine shaft in the distance.
This is kind of a... Oh, go ahead, sorry.
Embedded in the base of a sheer rock face that goes up several hundred feet, the mine entrance looks old. The support beams are rotted and splintering. Mining equipment is scattered about that is covered in years of dust, some of them crushed and hidden by bits of debris and rock that have fallen from higher up. So you are now outside of the mine shaft. Chili kind of like hiding behind what looks like a giant piece of mining equipment. He goes, all right, there it is. I'll wait out here. I'll give you, I don't know, like, I don't know how long it takes to blow up a mine. So sundown?
I'll
just wait till the morning, and in the morning I'm going to go back if you're not out by then.
That's fair.
Okay.
Zana, you have any thoughts on how to actually detonate it?
Make it go boom.
I have enough blasting powder to at least start something. Hopefully there will be something inside that can aid us in that.
I mean, ideally they would have used blasting powder in here, so maybe they'd leave some behind.
Otherwise, we could find, looking at the support structures already, finding a few key places inside shouldn't be too difficult.
Sounds good. All right, well, I'll take the lead if no one else minds.
Perhaps until we know exactly what we're dealing with, and she points to Leo.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Fair enough.
He's old, so he's probably going to go first anyway.
Fine, I'll go first.
I was going to say, if it's just one, Leo's probably the best. I also am not so bad in this department either. We need more than one.
All right, Leo, you're up.
All right, so Leo,
Do you want a stealth roll?
go ahead and start by giving me a stealth check. Oh, and actually, here, let me get your tokens ready.
Could do a quick BRB.
Hey, you all remember the last time we went into a mine?
Was that the one that had the Utog or whatever in it?
Sure was. Spiders
Nice.
and Utug.
To be fair, that was a cave, not a mine.
Oh, it was a gated off cave, I suppose. Yeah. Ugh.
All right, so give me just a second to get things started here for you. What was your roll, Leo?
26.
Okay. Let me go ahead and drag everybody over here to the new map. I
had to zoom all the way out to find out where the entrance is.
I will
on the far right side.
send you to it. Yes, so Leo, as you head in with your dark vision, you see before you a fork in the road. There are also some mine carts there. Again, very old, full of debris, covered in dust. There are a few torches on the side, and you notice that the track comes in and then veers off to the right, and there is also a small opening right over here, and you can hear, probably high enough passive perception, some murmurs and like some clanking of metal on wood, something in there.
Can I move my character around?
Yep, you sure can.
I'm gonna come up to the doorway there and kind of just peek in.
All right. So, taking a peek inside, you see that this seems to be a mess hall of some sort. And you can see that there are 2 thugs in there that seem to be having a conversation of some sort. Having a meal, they're eating something, gruel out of a bowls or whatnot. They're talking about how much they hate being here, hate being away from Rex and Trim, hate being away from their families. They definitely seem very disgruntled with this situation.
In Zana's mind, she hears, "Come slowly with me. I have 2 in this room, off to the right, or to the left."
All right, Zana is going to give that information to the rest of you as well, and then head in. Oh, what the fuck is going on? Okay, that's not too bad, hopefully. As she begins to come in behind you... she rolled a 3 on her stealth roll. She has +8. Oh, she gets advantage. She rolled a 2 on the second stealth roll. But
Jesus.
luckily, the 2 thugs rolled under her 11.
That's
Goddamn.
oh my lord.
Leo just side-eyeing Zana.
As she kind of comes in, like she kind of hits a rock, and it kind of bounces and hits, like, bing, off of one of the things, and she kind of freezes. But the guys inside don't seem to notice. All right, so what's the plan? She's talking in your head as well.
Yeah. I'll take the far one, you take the close one.
She kind of peeks in
Kind of
there.
knock him out.
Are you sure you can?
I should be able to. It's been a while since I've done this.
Zana is going to send a message to you, Roz, and says, gather everyone right up by the entrance.
Roz will nod and glance over everyone and put a finger to her lips and kind of just be like, quietly, we're on call.
All right. So with that, Zana and Leo are both going to take aim inside at the thugs. You get advantage on this roll, and they are surprised. So go ahead and make your attack, and you get sneak attack along with it. It's better. We're at
So,
3.
18.
We're at 3 for sneak attack, right? 3d6
Yes.
right now? Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so that definitely hits. These guys are chads. Thank you, Hall Gaming, for the biddies. It's 9 and 8 is 17. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 damage. And what was your total?
18 plus 8, so 26.
26. All right. So I assume you're throwing your dagger, or were you gonna? What did you want to sneak in there and stab him?
I want to sneak in there and stab him.
All right. Go ahead and make another stealth roll for me.
That's going to be 27, 16 plus 11.
Yeah, they're not seeing that. So you are able to kind of crouch down in stealth in the shadows just underneath the edge of the wall here and get right up behind him. And Zana basically steps in here, and you stab this guy right in the back of... Or are you going for, like, kill, or are you trying to, like, knock him out, basically?
Just knock him out.
Okay.
But I
So-
will use elemental damage to do it if I need to.
Sure. Yeah, go ahead and add your elemental damage on it as you come up and just plant the base of your dagger, like, right into the back of his... Like, the base of his skull, right on his spine, which causes him to kind of lurch forward in, like... You think for a moment, all right, he's out, but he comes right back up like, what the fuck? As you hear the phew, and the guy on the other side reaches up, grabbing his shoulder as blood is now spurting out of it. And it doesn't seem like they went down. So, from there, we're going to go ahead and roll our initiative order. Everyone else, you will be rolling as well, just so that we know that you're in here. Oh, Lester doesn't get his own turn. What am I doing?
Not this time.
And you guys did hear from outdoors the "what the fuck?" A little muffled and kind of echoey, but you heard it. All right.
Rosalind curses under her breath.
It didn't go, but 17.
First.
Sure
That's a
why-
little bit better, Zana. There we go.
Sure why you're not.
Leo, what did you get? Oh, actually, you should be able to just edit it over there on the turn order.
Okay, I
yourselves.
did. Yeah, I just trying to figure out why it's not doing that. I think it's working now.
5. I got 16.
Okay, yep. Just go over there and click the 0, and you should be able to enter 16 in.
Yeah. Dope.
It's these guys. Yeah. Oh, Jesus. Okay, cool. Mr. Leaf, ooh, gets advantage.
Yes.
Nice. He gets 20. And Leah, with her +1 initiative, on a 2. All right, I think that's everyone. Hermia, what is your dexterity?
Dex?
Yep.
2.
What's your total? Is it 14 or 15?
14.
All right, you're doing rollies with the thugs. Go ahead and roll a d20.
Okay. 11.
They rolled a 13, so they're going to go first. All right, so this one sitting here just turns around and swings blindly at you, Leo. I'm going to give him disadvantage on his first one, as he seems to just grab a Morning Star off to his side and swings for a... Oh, I don't know how I was going to do it. A 14 to hit.
That misses.
All right, and then he turns around and, like, brings it up over his head, like, what the hell is this? And brings it down on you for a 21.
That hits.
You take 16 piercing damage as he brings this thing down. And you're
Jesus.
able to kind of just dodge out of the way as one of the sort of jagged spikes coming out of it claws down your arm. Then the other guy is going to grab his and charge forward towards Zana in the door. That's going to be a miss as she just kind of like ducks underneath it and he slams it against the wall. Those of you outside hear like the briefest little like ching into the wall. Oh, thank you for the reminder. Yes, we have battle music.
Battle music.
Damn. Let me know if I need to adjust the volume, please, Dolvik. Second attack also misses as he clangs it to the other side and Zana just kind of like steps back a bit. With that, Hermia, it's going to take 15 feet to get in, so you can start from there, and then you have another 15 feet.
Where am I?
Yeah, let me move everybody else out of the way here real quick. Right there.
Oh, sorry. I
Nope,
wasn't
you're
sure
fine.
where.
Yep, you are fine.
Oh, okay. That's
it's
a
gonna-
tiny doorway.
Yeah,
isn't it?
so, it's about 5 feet, so you can, like, blast through it if you need to, but with where he's standing, you wouldn't be able to get in there without using, like, an ability of some sort.
Okay, so I have 15 feet, you said, left?
Yep.
Can I get, like, behind Zana and then use a phase step to get behind
You can.
the
Yeah.
thug?
Mhm.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. You want to be, like right behind him then?
Yeah.
All right, then in a burst of mist, Leo, you suddenly see Hermia standing behind the thug adjacent to you with Foamir drawn.
And then I'll fucking whack the guy.
Whack the guy.
Hold on. Right. Let me see. First hit. Um, 17.
So as you appear behind him, the other guy goes, "Oi, there's another one!" And he turns around seeing you and goes to raise his shield. As you see it coming up, you drop your shoulder and baseball swing right across his back and his ribs, cutting a slice off. Go ahead and roll damage for me.
Oof.
Okay. That is an 8.
8 damage.
Yep.
All right, go ahead and make your second attack. And as you slice, Leo, and the other thug for that matter as well, sees the sort of black scarring that your sword leaves across this guy and watches as like an essence of him seems to be pulled into it. And he goes, "She's got a magic fucking sword!"
I mean, that's the appropriate reaction, I think.
That's a 19 to hit.
Yep, so go ahead and roll
And
damage.
then 12 points of damage.
12 points with it.
7 plus 5.
All right.
And that's my turn.
All right. Leaf is up next. So he's just going to kind of run up here and kind of... he'll hold something since he can't really get in there. He'll just hold a thorn whip in case something happens. For Zana, she is going to disengage and fall back. And then, Maeve, you hear in your head from Zana, "We need some help now." And she's going to... I guess from there she can make an attack. Yep, that'll hit for 13. And Maeve, it is your turn. So 15 feet gets you there, and you have an additional 15 to go.
Okay, and she'll think back to Zana on it. She'll go over here. Is this enough of an angle? Oops, that's not what I meant to do.
Yeah.
See this guy?
We'll say that you have sight from there.
That's all I need to know. First attack. 23.
Yeah, that's more than enough to hit. Go ahead and roll the damage.
Damage, and I'll have Luster infused with lightning. Sorry. So first attack plus infusing.
All right, yep, that's more than enough. So as you kind of run up and past Leaf, you see Zana stepping back and then firing into the doorway, and you can just see him around the cusp of it there. So you knock an arrow and you shoot it into the edge of the doorway, ricocheting it off of the wall, and you hear, "Ah!" And that guy is going to hit the ground.
I'm trying to think how much. So that was 15, and then I just did another 10 movement. So I have 10 more left. Am I able to see the other guy if I'm here?
Yeah, I'll say that with sort of the wall and Leo there, he might have a little bit more to AC than he normally was, but you can see
That's
him.
fine.
And
Okay,
as you
I'll
come
try.
in, it's just in time. You see him wide-eyed. He's like, "Was that a lightning arrow?"
Can only do that trick once right now. All right, second attack. 26.
26 hits. Yeah, go ahead and roll damage.
8 damage.
All right, so you pierce him in the shoulder with it, and he kind of like stumbles back against the wall, trying to pull the arrow out. End of your turn?
Yeah, end of my turn. That's all. I used all my movement.
Yep. All right, Leo, it is your
That's
turn.
okay.
And you remember, for everyone else coming in, Raz and Leah, you can move through allies just fine.
Yep.
I'm gonna position myself in between him and Hermia and take a swing at him.
Yep.
Non-lethally.
Oh wait, we're trying to like not kill them.
I'm not. I don't know about you guys.
Oops.
10 plus 8 to hit 18.
That hits. Yep, go ahead and roll damage. No sneak attack on this one.
That is 3 plus 5 dagger damage, 8.
Yep.
3 and 2, 5 fire damage.
All right. So you stab this guy and pull it out, leaving a seared mark sort of on his chest where you're able to hit him. Is that the end of your turn?
How does he look?
Not great. Not great.
I'm gonna offhand, like, just pommel hit him in the head to see if it knocks him out.
Sure.
That's a 18 on the die to hit.
That hits. Go ahead and roll your damage.
4 damage.
All right. As you smash him in the nose with the pommel, he drops his Morning Star and just reaches up as blood starts to gush out. Rosalind, sorry, your turn.
All right. So 15 to right there.
Yep.
5, 10, 15.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, I mean, I can't get in there, so that's all right.
Well, I mean, if you wanted to use your action to move, again, you can move through allies just fine. To be able to be in there.
Yeah, no, that's fine. She'll use. No, this is as good a defensive pause as any. She'll hold an action in case someone comes around this corner, and she'll she'll stab him.
Yep, and Leah will just step in here as well. And to the thug's turn, he just kind of like falls back down onto the table and goes, all right, I yield, stop it, the platinum fucking dragon, I surrender.
Okay. Cool.
And so
How many
that
people are here?
combat, we will say, is paused. He's like, I was just trying to have a fucking breakfast with my buddy. Did you kill him?
On
Maeve.
purpose!
So looking down, Maeve, he's bleeding out, but he is
Yeah.
technically right now
I'll
still
use the
alive.
I'll use my healing kit to stabilize him.
Okay.
I didn't know we weren't trying to kill them.
See, here's the messed up part is like at the end I think they're all gonna die anyway. But
I mean,
I guess
if
we'll
they're
see.
still in here, maybe.
Fair enough.
I don't know. There's like 10 of us, maybe. I don't keep track of that.
Who's your boss?
We come and go.
Who's your boss?
Can I just take my bunny and we'll go? We're not gonna cause you any trouble. We won't say anything. You can just sneak in and fucking magic sword the rest of them for all I care.
You can leave once I get my answers. Now, who's your boss?
Make an intimidation check.
It's not good. That is a 5 plus 2, 7. So I kind of look nervous.
Not even necessarily that. It's just maybe the person you want him to rat on is more intimidating to you. And he goes, look, man, I just want to go home to my family, all right? But if I start snitching, they know who I am. They know who my family is, all right? So if it's rat him out and get my family killed or die here, you can just kill me then.
Okay, so you're not going to give me your boss. Are there explosives here?
I guess there might be some in one of the storerooms. This place has been abandoned for a while, except the shit that the gentleman kept here.
Do you know what kind of products you guys had here?
I mean, they had, usual stuff. They were keeping weapons here, supplies. I think the main draw was the blue crystal things that they got deeper in.
Blue crystal things.
You don't ask me anything about it. I don't know that magic mumbo jumbo stuff.
That's a good answer. How many of you know magic?
I
We got a few people on here from the drowned prince's place, and a few capable ones.
And one more question before I let you go. How many rooms are in this mine that you guys are occupying?
Gosh, I don't know. A bunch, I guess? We don't really have like a map or anything like that. I'm sorry. If you go the right path out there, that'll lead up into the mine a bit deeper, and eventually it'll come to a little encampment with the majority of us are, and then deeper in is like a little boathouse river thing that'll lead you back further to the boss. The left it'll get you there quicker, but there's like a chasm that you'll have to cross.
Like open chasm? Like cliff face chasm?
Like if you fall, your friends are never going to see you again.
Cliff face chasm. Got it.
All right, well, that's a lot more information than we had before. Pick up your buddy and get the fuck out of here.
He grabs his morning star.
And you didn't see us.
I see shit, and goes over and kind of lifts his buddy up, and they start to like limp out together.
All right. I guess everybody get in the room.
Hmm.
All right, and
Oh.
we will we'll keep this order, and I'll just re-roll for enemies whenever we start.
Okay.
So we're
sounds
not
good.
re-rolling initiative every single time.
I forgot to mention something I can do.
What?
I can cast invisibility on myself.
Oh, well, that would be good to know. Yes.
Doesn't happen. Doesn't come up very often. Unfortunately, I technically can only do it to myself. But yes, that is something I can do. Of course, if we end up in combat again, I can't. Well, let's just say I can only use it once per day.
Fair enough. All right. Well, I guess we go right, unless y'all want to cross the chasm. I mean, I'm good with that, but you know.
Shit. Damn it. Robbie, press repeat
I only
one.
have 4 feather fall tokens, so not sure why we want to take our chances.
Let's just go right then.
All right.
All right, so who would like to lead everyone along then?
Would you all like me to be invisible?
Yeah.
Okay.
Zana's
Okay,
like,
let's
either
go
we
in.
send someone who can stealth up ahead, or we send someone who can take hits, and looks at Roz.
That's fair.
Ross shrugs. That's fine. Maeve, why don't you go do your invisibility thing and see what's up there, and then come back and tell us.
Okay.
All right, so Maeve is invisible, and then
Yes.
give me kind of arrange yourselves into what your marching order will be from there.
All right.
We'll put Leaf behind Roz in case she takes any big hits or whatever. Leah and Zana will go wherever. So Hermia, Leo, where would you like to be in the marching order?
I'll be behind Leaf.
Okay.
I'll be wherever Roz is. Like,
Up near the front then?
yeah.
Alright, so we'll put Roz, Hermia, Leaf, Zana, and then Leah can bring up the back. All right. Maeve, go ahead and give me a stealth check with advantage.
Yeah. Please. That would be
You got a pretty
nice.
good stealth roll, don't you?
Yep. 21 total.
All right, so 21 as you move up here and into this next area. See a fork between you. Off to the right seems to be a caved-in wall of some sort. The path is roughly hewn, so it doesn't look like it's new and that people probably went in and out of here, but the track where you currently are is sort of partially destroyed and continues on further to your left. So, which way would you like to look?
She's gonna check carefully the right path first, and just to see what she can see inside before going back out.
All right, so moving up and taking a look inside. There doesn't seem to be anything alive or living, or at least no more thugs in here.
Okay.
But you do see embedded in the wall this blue, sort of cerulean-colored rock, and jutting out from a few spots, you see the blue crystal that the thugs seem to have been talking about. And I would say that with your passive investigation, you can tell that there was probably a lot more of it here, but it seems to have mostly been mined out.
Any roll I could make to know what that crystal is? I'm gonna probably have to bring it. I'm gonna have to explain to the group. I was just curious. I don't know if like an Arcana check would work or a history check.
Yeah,
or a
make
nature
a
check.
make an Arcana check for me.
Okay.
You go deeper
I'm
in.
gonna spend inspo since no kind of like +1 to that. Right. Nope, that's a 6 total.
No, you're
Even
not
with advantage.
sure.
Yeah.
I will also mention, though, with your perception and your investigation, you do notice the remains of something in here. Make a nature check for me. There seems to be a area that kind of has a little bit of a residue on it, and where it's at under the residue seems to be polished almost completely smooth, which is a lot different from everything else in here, which is still rocky and craggy and, you know, has the texture that you would expect of the various types of formations in here.
16 total?
So as you're taking a look at it, you reach down and you almost think to try and touch it before it suddenly pops into your head that the way that it's sort of polished off this part of where it's touching is that it is probably acidic in nature, and you decide that it's probably best not to touch it, but you're not sure what this would have been from.
Okay. Sorry, it's on the floor or on the crystal? I missed where it was exactly.
It's kind of like a little on the floor and up the wall as well.
Got it. Okay, something liquidy but acidic probably.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. Okay.
I guess you could touch it to find out for sure if it's acidic.
Well, I am not, Luster is not currently on the acid, section, which
Yep.
means he would have, resistance to
Mhm.
acid, so no.
All right, so
We're
you
gonna
want
say
to
no.
head back to
I'm
your
gonna
party
come
then?
back.
All right.
Uh,
I would say
I'm
that
attack
with,
for sure.
I was going to say with your stealth roll, no one notices you coming back.
I will use mind powers. I'm right in front of you, Roz.
Oh, okay. What did you see?
So she'll explain. Go to the right up there. No living beings that I could see. There is that blue crystal that they were discussing, although it's been obviously mined a bit. There was also a strange acidic substance along the wall. I didn't want to touch it, but I'm not sure exactly what else it is.
And that's up the right path, you said?
Yep.
Okay. Awesome. I guess,
Did you all want to go there to try and investigate a bit more?
yeah, I guess we'll all make our way up there.
Making our way.
Oh, yep, go
All
ahead.
right. Yeah, I'm just gonna just so I can kind of keep you guys in the
No, it
Yeah.
makes sense.
marching
Makes
order.
sense.
We'll say you are all in the room here though, so
Maeve will lift up a rock to point at things. So you
including
see a
Luster, who
floating
comes
rock.
over and starts sniffing the weird
Luster?
residue.
No, you're
He
not
just
in
kinda-
acid form.
Looks around like, no, I wasn't doing nothing. I was looking at this stuff over here, and just pause at like a different rock.
Like when you tell a dog to like leave it and then just go and
Yep.
ignore and do something else.
Yep.
Yeah.
If anyone would like, I'll let 2 other people roll Arcana on the crystals if you'd like to.
I'll try.
Yep, go for it.
Sounds good.
Leaf would probably be the other one.
Does Leaf have an Arcana? A little bit of one.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think I don't know, Leah does.
He has the best chance of having an Arcana, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
What did you roll me?
6.
Oh, okay. 17.
17. With a 17, taking a look at what's here, which isn't a lot, you get the sense that whatever this is, it seems to have some sort of latent magical energy to it. Because there's just sort of one small chunk left that's kind of embedded deep into the wall, it's not a whole lot to go off of. But just the way that it kind of radiates in some of the, easier telltale signs that you remember from your time at the academy, there's just properties to it that make you think there's something magical about it, but you can't tell for certain from here exactly what those are.
So it's embedded in the wall?
Like it's like a mining vein. Like it grew out of here basically.
Oh, okay.
But because this area seems to have been mined, all that's left is basically like a tiny little chunk here and there that they probably decided was too small to warrant digging further into it.
Oh, I kind of want to get a piece and take it, but I don't know how I would do that if it's stuck.
I mean, mining tools.
Yeah, it's definitely not something you could just pull out.
If you would like, I mean, this is a mining facility. I'm sure we could find mining tools to do that.
The thug also mentioned that there was more of it, so there's also a chance that you could probably find more the deeper you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sure they got barrels full of this shit or something.
Okay.
All right. Well, Maeve, you're back in front.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So how long does this? Is this the full 1 hour invisibility spell? All right, cool.
Yep.
So
1 hour.
heading back out and looking around, you again come to a fork with one going to the left, which is where the tracks go, and one going to the right. Deeper in, again, this is a hewn path through, so this does seem to be part of the mine. You notice that there are, still the support beams and braces going further in.
Okay. She's gonna go right again.
All right.
The tracks feel like the main path. My JRPG senses are tingling.
Gotta go this way. There might be something up here.
Exactly.
All right,
Go the wrong way
so
first.
as you start to move up here, you do hear voices. I want you to make another stealth check for me at advantage.
Okay. Got it. Ooh. 20 plus 7 is 27.
Yeah, they're probably not going to beat that. So taking a look up here, you see that there are two thugs in here that seem to be kicking through debris. Various boxes, some of them destroyed, some not. You see more of the same wall. Again, mostly mined out, but there are a few more pieces of this crystal sort of sticking out of it. The two thugs here seem to be arguing similarly to the first two, complaining about their assignment here having no end, not sure when they're going to get to go home, and contemplating about whether or not they should just abandon it and head home, and thinking how long they'll survive before someone comes looking for them.
All right. Am I close enough to send message? I think I am. Is that 100 feet? Okay. I am gonna. Well, I'll send one to Roz and I'll also send one to Leo. Two thugs on the non-railroad path up here. And I assume you guys will need to talk amongst yourself, but I can shoot at any time. If I shoot, though, to be fair, unless you want me to go the other way first, and we can come back around, because my invisibility will drop if I attack.
Yeah, no, you can keep exploring to the left, and we'll wait right here.
Okay.
All right, so Maeve's going to go and do some more exploring, and then we'll have Raz, Hermia, Leaf, Leo, Zana, Leah. Luster, by the way, is none too happy having to stay back and let his mom go and explore on her own.
I know. I'm sorry, buddy.
All right, so once again, to the left, the track continues on. You are now starting to see some more boxes and equipment. And up to the north, from what you can see with your dark vision, there is sort of a blue hue to the cavern, which from the few rooms you've been in now tells you that there is probably more blue crystals up this way.
Do I hear any voices up here?
Not currently.
Okay, I'm gonna go right here and see if I can see anything more.
Yep. Go ahead and pop yourself up there.
You got it.
All right, and so looking in here, this room has a lot more of the blue crystals. There's also small shards on the ground, including the place seems to be covered almost in a dust or some sort of ground up crystal that really makes this room sort of shine and glow more than the other ones were.
All right, she's going to send a message to Hermia and say, I found some loose crystals up here that we can grab for you. Let Roz know that the next off-beaten path here doesn't have any people. And I'm going to keep going across the railroad track.
Nice.
Okay, go ahead and move yourself up to where you'd like to be in the railroad track. Do the rest of you want to move up to this next room?
Yeah, we'll move up to in here so we can get Hermia her crystal.
Okay. I'm going to put you in reverse order through here. All
I
right.
give Luster a little scratch on his head as he walks by.
Oh, that's an action. Invisibility drops. JK.
What?
All right, so
Little thing action
heading
doesn't count.
heading into this room, Hermia, I'm going to let you go ahead and roll another Arcana check.
Okay.
The stuff that's on the ground, as you kind of go through and kind of pick some of it up and take a look at it, it's extremely brittle, and you can't quite find a decent piece on the ground to sort of take with you. But because there's much more of them in the wall here, you can attempt to remove some of what's in here. So go ahead and give me another Arcana check, and we'll say with Leaf's help, you can do it at advantage.
Okay. 21.
Okay. So with a 21, you are able to harvest some of it. Go ahead and I'll just roll it for you. Ooh. Wait. Yeah. All right. So you have 30 gold worth of blue azurite.
Azurite?
Yep. So you are able, with Leaf's help, to kind of dislodge a few chunks of it. That doesn't seem to be brittle or doesn't seem to fall away. And I will also say that with your 20, as you were finding a way to sort of safely take this out, you notice that this unprocessed sort of crystal dust that this room seems to be laced with reminds you of a magical component that you got to study for a little while when you were at the academy called residuum. It is normally processed from an ore called whitestone, which is native to a very specific part of Taldore, and can basically be used. It has very potent arcane properties that allow it to take the place of magical spell components. It's very versatile. It is very sought after. And while this isn't the same thing, you can't help but see similarities between them.
Oh. Okay. I tell everybody like that now that I've gotten a better look at it.
Huh. I wonder why the gentleman would want something so potentially valuable buried.
So no one else can have it?
Maybe she's got another supply of it and she's eliminating the competition for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it, there's not a surplus of it, then
Hey,
go to the market.
Hey, Leo, do you know what the gentleman makes her money on?
Make a
Robbery.
history check, Leo.
$19 plus 0, I believe. Yep, 19.
So, since Zadash is, it's not quite the capital, it's not quite Rexentrum, but it is still a major crossroads in one of the major places in the Empire. There's a lot of stuff that probably passes through Zadash. She's probably involved in the drug trade, specifically Sood, you're sure. Probably deals in arms, fencing, all types of stuff, antiques and antiquities, hard to get sort of things. The only thing that you know for sure that she's not involved in, because it's outlawed in the Empire, and they're a very, very heavy punishment for those who are a part of it, is slave trading.
I relay all that to him.
Fair enough.
But magic stones could be something, but I doubt it. This is probably just a storehouse that they found off the beaten path.
Yeah, it's nothing that you've ever heard of before, but I mean, if any thieves guild could get their hand on potentially magical stuff, that would be a highly sought after item.
For
Fair
sure.
enough.
All right.
All right.
You ready to
That-
go further,
that-
Maeve?
Yeah.
All right.
Boop.
Oops.
What do my elf eyes see?
Track continues on and seems to pinch off into a very tight and narrow corridor.
Don't like that. All right. And there's another path over here.
Yep.
Oh god, this map is so big I can't keep track. All right. What's over here?
All right. So from here, go ahead and give me a perception check.
You got it. Oh yeah, I get advantage with that. 29.
All right, so looking out into this large area, you do also hear voices, and you can see a small campfire further in, and this, you believe, is the area that the other guard or the other thug was talking about being the encampment area. There is all sorts of boxes, crates, ruined debris, and then you can also see in here what looks to be 4 people and several tents and larger boxes that seem newer and in better shape than a lot of the other stuff that you've seen. And then, of course, to your south is another passage.
Okay, I will think towards Raz. Railroad leads to the big encampment that we were told about. I see about 4 people there right now. It's pretty big. Hard to say if that's the only amount of people there, though.
Yep.
Following
Raz.
one more path, and then I'll be back.
All right. Roz confirms she understands, and we'll move up to here.
Okay.
Start squeezing our way through.
Squeezing our way.
All right, and then I will...
Roz sees this very narrow passage and just grimaces. Like, oh boy.
I will go down
It's
here.
big enough for you to fit through because there is a cart that goes through there, so...
Oh, that's fair.
So heading down here, you come into an iron wrought door.
I will think there's a door here, and that is where my journey ends.
Makes sense.
All right.
You relay that back to who?
Back to Roz, but I expect she's going to relay it to the rest
Yeah,
of you.
she'll tell everybody.
You don't want to try and open it, Maeve?
I don't got these two. Does it look like it's locked?
You can't tell from here.
I'm scared to touch it. I don't trust it at all. I think I'm gonna Leo look at this door.
Okay, I'll come up.
Yeah,
All right, so
I'm gonna say like
Leo
I'm not good with doors. I'm just good with outdoor sneaking.
sneaks in. So yeah, Leo, you kind of go up and kind of looking at it. Give me a perception check.
Probably get trapped.
13 plus 8, 21.
Okay, so yeah, taking a look at it, you kind of reach out for a moment, and right as you're about to take a hold of the handle, you do actually notice that it isn't flush with the door frame, and so it does look to be unlocked. With a 21, you also hear someone on the other side rummaging through something.
I'm gonna message both Maeve and Rosalind. It's like, get your weapons out and come towards me.
Oh, crap. Yep, so we'll relay that back to the group, and I guess we're all gonna start fitting through here now.
Okay, I need everyone
to
to
say.
go ahead and make a group stealth check as you're all coming through and trying to fit in down here.
Do you still want me to have my advantage or no?
You can still run or do that with advantage. Zana actually kind of stops Leah in Luster and is just like, wait here. Whatever's there, I'm sure that they will be fine. We don't all want to be stuffed down in there. So those of you who are all down here, go ahead and make a stealth, and then put it, right in there for me. Leaf with a 14 plus 2. So 16. So 18, 25, 20, 16. Hermia, what did you get for your stealth?
I remember. 17.
17. All right, give me a second here to do some maths. Those are all really good rolls, though. Average of 19.2. That is pretty good. Okay. Excuse me. Leo, everyone's here, scrunched up against this door. What would you like to do?
I'd like to try to open the door as silently as possible and come up behind whatever is in there.
Make a sleight of hand check at disadvantage for me.
It's a very creaky door.
It's a very old door.
Need some WD-40. Desperately.
Needs a priest is what it needs.
First roll is an 18. Second roll is a 16. 16 plus 8.
Okay. You are able to open it slowly, silently. And in here, you see one person who seems to have their back to you as they're rummaging through some old boxes.
I'm going to motion over to Rosalind, put my finger up to my mouth, and just go shh, and follow me.
All right, need you both to go ahead and make another stealth check for me.
We're having Roz do a sneak attack.
Thank you, Mr. Larmer.
Oh, God.
That's pretty good, actually.
That's not bad.
15 plus 1.
They rolled a 3. So yeah, you two are basically able to come up. This person is oblivious.
I wish you still had your old armor, but still rolled really well. So it was like, click, click.
Right up behind her. You were like 5 feet away, and this lady just seems to be kind of like going through stuff.
In Rosalind's head, it's like, do you want to talk to her, or do you want to just knock her out?
Rosalind's gonna
Gosh, that
do
telepathy is
the.
broken.
I mean, in fairness, even if we didn't have it, Roz could still do it.
Fair.
Roz is gonna do the grappler thing. She can reach out and like put a hand around her mouth and like grab her.
Okay, go ahead and make a athletics check at advantage.
Oh, I don't need to roll twice. The first one's a 20.
Natural.
Yep. So 20 plus 6, 26.
Okay, so as you do that and you kind of turn her to face Leo, who obviously has his daggers out, and then she kind of looks to the door and sees more people, and then just immediately kind of goes slack and puts her hands up.
All right. So I'll lower my hand a bit so she can talk.
Don't hurt me.
We're not going to if you don't do whatever you do. Stabby, stabby, or the magic.
Roz has a very blank look on her face, but Myriad Caster can't see that.
Yep.
Do you know how many people are in here past this point?
10-ish, maybe. There's not a lot of us. And she kind of like looks over to the doorway. How many of you are there?
Enough. And I give her a smile.
I'm not answering the questions here, lady. Just asking them.
Who's your boss?
I can't tell you that.
All right, let's ask it another way. What's the Drowned Prince's interest in this place?
Drowned Prince has an interest in every place that can make him money.
He's having you actually mine this place?
Not exactly.
Then how's it making him money?
I mean, it was making the gentleman money, wasn't it?
Yeah, we're trying to figure that out too.
All right, well, I don't suppose you just let me go and continue on your way?
Might be convinced too if we could have an assurance of some kind that you're not gonna make that a regrettable decision.
You just walk out the other way. I will stay here for however long you need me to, and then I'll just leave.
We're gonna lock that door on the way out. I trust
It doesn't lock.
Oh. She has a very disappointed look. Very well.
I'm gonna blow the place up, right?
You're gonna want to actually just get out of here. You're not gonna want to stay.
Right, I can go right now?
Yeah.
If you are very quiet about it.
If you can convince others to fucking leave with you, that'd be great too.
One of you make a persuasion check at advantage.
Yeah.
Charisma.
Now we're in Rosalind territory. Nice. How about 23?
All right, so do you let her go?
Yeah, if she's willing to.
Okay,
to
yeah,
leave
she
quietly.
kind of steps back away from you, and then she's going to turn to face the wall here inside, and then mutters something under her breath, and you recognize this smell as a dimension door opens, and she vanishes.
Nice.
If you would have failed that, she was going to dimension door the other way and warn
Yeah.
everybody.
I'll bet. Razzle fist bump Leo.
If you,
No,
did you
fist bump back.
want to take a look around inside here at all?
Yeah.
Then go ahead and give me perception. If Maeve walks in, you just find it.
Yeah.
You find.
anyone else do it.
I have-
As
I
far
ha-
as Rod's concerned, this is a room.
I have in my notes Hermia, Maeve, Leaf, auto success. You find 10 pouches of blasting powder.
All right.
Aces.
Aces, man. Did you see my question about the blue as...
Yeah.
Sorry,
uh,
just so we found 30 gold worth. 30 gold worth. We're
30
just
gold
gonna
with a
yeah
blue.
we measure things
You got it.
in
I
worth,
put it in my
basically.
inventory.
Oh, I was going to put in the group inventory because I like to keep track of quest items.
Is it a
Okay,
quest
that's
item?
nice.
I just picked it because it was cool.
Might be. You don't know.
Eh,
You'll have a chance to find more of Hermia if you want to keep some just for yourself.
I mean, that's why I picked it up.
Yeah. Maeve's like, should I put that with the party stuff? And Hermia's like, no, it's mine.
No.
This is mine.
All right,
All right.
so
So when we get back kind of out to here,
Yep.
I'm gonna whisper to Zana as we kind of peer in at these 4 people in this next room.
Mhm.
All right.
Oh.
So,
speaking of which, at about this point, you do notice there was one guy walking forward. He was the only one who came near to the group stealth check, and notices you sort of around the corner and goes,
oh.
"I told you I heard something!"
Ah,
And
Yes.
again, we'll let everybody sort of be in the order that they would have been marching-wise. And let me go ahead and roll some, whatchamacallit for them real quick. Initiative, that's it. Ooh, it's not too bad. They only have 1 dex, lame. And that's the exact same roll. 15. All right, so top of the round, Hermia, you hear this, and
I
it is
do?
battle time. You hear the guy yell, I told you I heard something."
Do I see somebody?
From where you are right there, no. It would take 5, 10, 15, sort of 20 feet to get up here and to be able to see him.
Okay, I get as close as I can
5,
towards
10,
where he is.
15, 20, 25, 30. You want to run all the way out there?
Without like dashing. Is
Correct. Yep, that's as far as
Okay.
you can get.
sorry. As he yells out, "I told you there was someone here." Can I use shield and sword?
You can. Yeah.
Okay. Yep, Roz is gonna activate our tag team ability, the shield and the sword.
Oh shit! What does that do? We
So,
have never used it.
You have never
have-
used this before, so let me give you a quick reminder. It's in Mark of the Oracle. All right, so
Okay.
the sword and the shield. So as Hermia comes running past you and you activate this, both of you feel a warm pulse from your tattoos. And as Hermia is drawing out her sword for Mir, there's this black energy that seems to sort of emanate off of it, and it surrounds Radiant Sister. And there is this light that's almost pulsating from your armor, Rosalind. When
The only thing is that I can't hit him. He's still too far away.
So any damage that you take, Hermia, you only take half of it. Rosalind takes the other half. All melee attacks from both of you do an additional 1d6 necrotic damage. And if you are both adjacent to an enemy, you get an extra +2 flanking bonus.
Okay. I feel really bad because I really wish I could hit the guy, but I can't. Like,
That's all right.
There will be more chances.
am I too close to like do Eldritch Blast?
Nope.
No,
Okay.
Yeah, you
I'll
can
do
blast him from
that.
there. Blast him.
I'll do that, and I'll be like, you don't hear anything.
Go ahead and roll your damage. Or your attack, sorry.
The first one is a 16 plus 8,
That hits.
and second one is an 18 plus 8.
Both of those hit, so go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay. One of them is only a 6. Wait,
Okay.
this is a D10. Yeah. And the second one is a 9.
All right, so you put your hand forward as you're running towards him, and describe what your Eldritch Blast looks like. I don't know if we've ever asked you that before, actually.
I think it's just like fire, like it almost looks like a fireball, but it has like a weird hint to it.
Kind of, so we'll say like sort of like a dark fire, because it is a
Yeah.
little reminiscent of your sword. So you basically blast him with these two sort of like dark fire bolts that impact him in the chest and the shoulder, leaving smoldering marks, kind of pushing him back a little bit. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, I'll be like, you don't hear anything. Then I'm done.
Leaf, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, comes out and goes, I will aid you, Hermia. And is going to... Oh, actually, hold on. No, you know what? I got the perfect leaf move here.
Oh my god.
I got the perfect leaf move. So he's going, Hermia, I know that you like to practice with your sword. Let me help. And he's going to thorn whip the thug
Oh, okay.
and pull him closer to you.
Yeah, the only thing is I already used my attack action.
Yep. So melee spell attack from Leaf. No, that's not gonna hit.
So that is very on brand.
So he sort of vine whips, goes to thorn whip past you, Hermia, and you kind of like see the whip coming, and kind of like just put your hands up to like try and dodge yourself out of the way, and actually end up cutting the whip with your sword, and it misses, unfortunately. And Leaf just goes, "Aw." Zana's turn. I think she can see from there, so she doesn't have to move, and she will take 2 shots. Jesus Christ. One of which misses. The other does hit for...
Sad music seems to fit.
Shit, damn it.
I'm sorry. It's just a really funny timing.
For 14 damage. You do all notice as well, every time that Zana fires the gun, it is still silenced, but it is beginning to be a little bit louder. Oh, wait. Oh, no. I think the second attack with the silencer increases the misfire. It does. The second one was a misfire. So the
Rosalind, as she hears that familiar sound of the misfire, Rosalind looks to Zana and she's like, no.
and you watch as she just kind of like starts. She takes something, nothing you've ever seen before, but flings like a small little like multi-tool out of her sleeve and just starts to fiddle with it really quickly.
Ew.
Oh my god.
Did you say you?
I said, oh.
Oh, okay.
I rolled a natural 1 on the tinkering check. And as she's doing that, the pepper box in her hand, there's just like a small, not explosion, but something inside discharges. And you see a puff of smoke come up in her face. And she's just like, you son of a bitch. And puts that away. And fuck, that's not good. Oh, Jesus. She needs like time to actually fix that now. Oh, she is not good now.
Rosalind is just literally giving her a look of like, no, come on, no.
It's not the only one I have, and I think this is the first time.
It's like, I asked you if you had any other weapons.
I think
You
this is
said it
the
would be
first
fine.
time you've seen this, but she reaches to the small of her back in her cloak and takes out a sawed-off shotgun, and she goes, "It's the only quiet one that I have."
That one's quiet?
Not
No,
this
the
one.
Broke is quiet.
Oh,
15,
sorry.
20,
Sorry, I misheard you.
Oh, boy.
And she will move out here because she's going to need to be a little bit closer for that. Maeve, it is now your turn.
I'm trying to
I cannot
contemplate
believe
whether...
a 3 and then a fucking 1. Jesus Christ.
Oh.
Whew, I'm trying to contemplate whether I should go the other side because surely that gun's going to draw some attention, but I won't.
We'll also say that Luster's a little bit closer here, so you can command him to go where you need him to as well.
I appreciate that. Luckily, I just found out he gets 40 feet of movement, so
Nice.
it's more than I thought he did. I thought it was 35. Okay, so she's gonna actually use her bonus action first and have Luster move ahead. So 5, 10, 15, 20,
Here, I'll just
25,
reveal the rest
30.
of this stuff in here for everybody.
and she's gonna tell him to bite him.
Bite away, Luster. Do a munch.
Do a munch!
Oh,
Did he do the munch?
he did do a munch.
He did do the munch.
He hit with that munch. That is a mighty munch right there.
Oh,
Good boy.
that's a big munch.
All right,
That's a
so
good boy.
yeah. Runs up and bites into his leg. He's like, ah! They have a dragon?
Drake, technically, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
You are
30.
still invisible, Maeve?
Oh, I am. It's about to go down, though.
Okay.
Unfortunately, it's going to drop the minute I make this strike, so it goes. First attack.
That hits.
19?
Yep.
Cool. Non-lethal. I should have called that out. Sorry.
Sure.
6 damage plus Luster's infusion, which is 4, so 10 damage on the first one.
Yep. You fire a lightning arrow into his thigh, and he's like, you can already tell he's looking to like turn and like run away, or at least get back by his friends up there.
All right, and I'd like to make. This sounds so evil. Can I make a called shot to his leg so that he trips?
Sure. I'm going to increase the DC of the attack, but if
Alright.
you meet it, he will have to make a saving throw or fall prone.
Okay.
So, yep. So go ahead and make the
24?
attack. All right. Yep. That hits. So go ahead and deal damage.
You got it. 9.
All right. And we'll have him do a dexterity save to see if he goes down or not. He does not. He kind of stumbles a little bit, but manages to catch himself. He rolled a 21.
Ah, darn. Oh well.
End of your turn.
That is all I can do though.
All right. Leo, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm going to use my bonus action to dash, and I'm gonna come up to here. And instead of smacking him, does he look like he's about ready to like fucking fall
He's
over?
not looking great. He's not looking great.
Yell over to the other 4. He's about to die. We can end this right here and talk for a second.
Oh God.
How does that sound?
Are you persuading? No, that's an intimidation. Go ahead and make an intimidation roll.
You You can borrow Roz's if you need. Actually, never mind. No, don't borrow Roz's.
I was gonna say I don't think mine's
not
only
proficient in-
+2.
I don't
but-
think
I'm
anyone
not-
has
it's
super
plus
great
4, but,
intimidation.
like, yeah.
So.
Yeah, none of us are
You know,
intimidating people.
we'll say I'll give you advantage on the roll.
That makes sense, I think.
Oh, dope. So rolled a 12. That's an 18 plus 2, so dirty 20.
Dirty 20. All right. There is sort of a moment of hesitation between a couple of them, but another one turns and goes, "They don't know where your family is. The prince does." So we'll have to wait and see on their turn what they think.
Does that take up my action?
I would say that, yeah, that was probably your action to do so.
Okay. Then I'm just gonna sit here and take a hit.
I mean, maybe. We'll see. Oh, gosh. Well, he doesn't want to try and, like, with you two coming up on him, he's feeling a little bit more threatened. So he's going to take a wide swing, I think one at each of you. So the first one at Leo, it's a 16, so I don't think that hits.
Barely misses.
And one at Luster. That is a dirty 20 on Luster. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
buddy.
it hits. It's okay. How much you lose?
That is 18 piercing damage on Luster as he brings his Morning Star down on him.
How dare he?
Oh, so it's actually murdering time.
Oh,
Got it.
wow.
So Luster kind of tries to dodge to the side, and the Morning Star kind of like gets his wing in his arm and kind of crushes it underneath, and he lets out a yelp. And then this guy is going to try and run, so both Luster and Leo can take an opportunity attack.
Yeah, I'm gonna stab him.
Yup. Another chomp?
Nat 20. For
All right,
Luster.
so Leo, before you can swing, Luster jumps up and puts his paws into this guy's back, and he's already pretty weak. He has arrows in both legs, pushes him down. I'm going to let you decide if you think Luster is being lethal or not with this.
I wouldn't judge him.
I'm gonna roll a percentile, I think, to figure
As I
this
say,
out. 'cause
do you
I'm not-
think you would have trained Luster to, like...
I would like to.
Okay.
I would like to. I'm gonna say odds he's dead, evens he lives. 38, he lives.
All right, so Luster kind of jumps up on the back, sinking his teeth into his shoulder, and as the guy falls down, Luster just kind of pulls him up by the shirt and then slams his face down into the ground. That guy is unconscious.
Good boy.
I told you. You gonna surrender?
As you say that, Leo, you see a javelin come flying out of the darkness, or out of the shadows.
I think that's a no.
Aha! That is a 23 to hit.
That hits.
Doesn't do a whole lot of damage, it looks like. That is 9 piercing damage as you say that, Leo, and you kind of push to the side just in time for this javelin to fly towards you and kind of catch you in the shoulder and glance off. So 8 piercing damage on that.
Only 8.
Yeah. And that was 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And he'll come to here. Caster. What do they got here? Oh. All right. So the first caster puts their hands together, mutters something under their breath, and seems to do like some things with their hands. Maeve,
Mm-hmm.
can you please have Luster make a wisdom saving throw?
Oh, no. Yep, I can.
He needs to
The
beat
lusters.
a
16.
15.
Good. 16.
Just enough. So you see these runes appear sort of around Luster's neck and spin for a moment and then cling to him like a collar before they shatter.
Are you gonna try to control him?
Dominate beast. And then they're going to step back
okay.
behind the tent.
Rude.
Rude.
Rude. Well,
Hermia.
he saved it because of the power of love.
Yeah.
I need you to make a intelligence saving throw, please.
I'm gonna use advantage.
Sure.
Okay, that is. Where is it? Intelligence. 21.
All right, you are able to resist the effects of the spell, and that person is sad and is going to go hide over here.
Oh, okay. It's a person, not like an intellect devourer.
Yep.
It's like.
Roz, it is your turn now.
All right. He will run up to here. And then I guess she will action to dash 10, 15, 20, 20, to there. And
Oh.
that'll be her turn.
Yeah, okay, you're up there fast. He's not happy. Leah is going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's going to come out here and just be like, all right, well, we have them pretty much outnumbered, so I'm just going to let you guys do your thing. I'm not into the whole, killing people, second chances and all that. Wait, that's your name! That is funny. Hermia's turn.
Oh, jeez. How close can I get to the next guy?
You should be able to get to him at the
Yep, you can,
30.
you can get right up to him. So now you get
Okay.
+4 to your attack.
Okay, I'm gonna hit him.
Yep, it's not good for him.
We set up. Okay, so 18 plus 5 or plus 8 plus 4.
Yeah,
I'm
those
assuming that hit.
those hit. Those hit.
Okay. And the other one was 19. So they both hit.
Those both hit. Yep. So remember you get an extra D6 on both of your attacks.
Okay. Where's my 6? The first one is 12,
Okay.
and the next one is 13.
All right. So you lay 2 strikes into his back as he was just turning to face Rosalind, and he lets out a cry as his soul is slowly being pulled out of his body.
Oh, great.
No big deal.
I think he'll be fine.
I'd love to tell that sword to do non-lethal damage.
I don't think it has that mode.
Oh, good.
It has burr and burr.
I'm done.
As my grandpa would say, I have 2 speeds, and if you don't like this one, you sure as hell ain't gonna like the other one.
That's a good line.
All right. Leaf's turn. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Since you're kind of right there, Maeve.
Yeah.
He turns to you and he goes, Mother Maeve, are we being lethal or non-lethal?
I think we're trying to give them a chance to leave. Even if they did hurt Luster.
Affirmative. And he is going to produce a flame in his hand and throw it at the thug. Yep, that'll be a hit. 4. 5 damage. And as he throws the flame and it kind of hits this guy in the shoulder and explodes a little bit, he goes, "You better give up now." Zana's turn. Where's she at?
She fixing her gun? Oh, wait, she got
No, her gun is broke. She needs a workshop. 5,
God.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And she's going to point this sawed-off shotgun at this thug and goes, "You better listen to the robot." And is going to use a grit point to get advantage on the shot. So she doesn't blow up another gun. Oh my fuck! Are you kidding me?
Oh.
Double 2s?
This is as painful as the 1 and 2 I rolled with advantage that last
Yep.
night.
And so,
Rosalind
click.
looks at Zana and goes, "No."
and she just like, and flips that little tool out again. Okay, and this time you watch as it pops open and she pulls out what might have been like a dead round or something and shoves another one in, but that is unfortunately her turn.
She calls my arrows primitive.
Your turn, Maeve.
Okay. Well, I think they've got the thug under control. So I'm gonna move here. Hold on one sec. I really don't want Lester up there. Okay. You know what? Nope. She actually would not order Lester up there because she worried about him. So, 5, 10, 15. Okay. Can I can I see
You
this
cannot,
guy?
unfortunately. Those are
Nope.
about like 10-foot tall tents, so you can't see anything over the
okay.
top of it.
Could I move back? I didn't realize that. Where was I?
Yep, you can go ahead and
I
move
was-
yourself
I
back
was-
and move wherever you need to.
I think I was. Nope, I was here. Okay, sorry. Give me 1 second. So I need to be like where Leaf is, I think.
Yeah, you would need to be basically here-ish to see them. Like, even Zana can't quite see from where they are.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yep.
Okay, hold on.
You could get to here, and that, I presume, would let you see them.
I don't know if I have enough movement. Hold on.
5, 10, 15, 20,
20, 25, 30.
I would say if you
I guess
get
I do.
if you get like right here-ish, they would have some cover, but you'd be able to take a shot at least.
Oh, wait. I think I can get up here with 35, which is what my
Yeah.
movement is.
Oh, right.
Okay.
Yep, you have a little bit more. Correct. Yep, you can.
Okay,
Yep.
cool.
Yeah. Yep. You can see from there.
All right, I will attack this one then. Nope.
Is disadvantage? I remember if this is a 4E thing or not, but if there's someone threatening, like in a threatened space, does that give you disadvantage on range in 5E as well?
No, that was just
No.
in 4E. It gave you combat disadvantage.
Okay,
And I
so
think
it's
if
only
you
if
try to,
you're it's only if you're
yeah, I-
shooting someone within range. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, if I attack him, then,
Yep.
then I get disadvantage. But yeah, I think I can attack this. It is a good point, but we're just gonna have to deal with the consequences. All right, attacking.
Yep.
Oops, sorry. Ooh, that's a natural one.
No.
All
Do me a
right.
favor and just
Yeah,
roll another D20.
just a plain D20.
Plain D20.
I roll a 16.
Okay, your bowstring does not snap.
Hey, hold on a second. That's not the rules.
What are you talking about? I rolled a 2 on Zana's gun and it broke, and you're
Isn't
using
that
primitive
the rules?
technology.
Yeah, well, her bow doesn't have misfire on it.
It does now. 18 hits.
Cool.
First one was a warning shot.
Exactly. 12.
That hits.
And that will be a bonus action. Let me just double check if there's anything I should do as a bonus action. I don't. No, I could do ensnaring strike. That would be kind of funny. Actually, should I? Hold on. Let me just see real quick. Oh, I would have had to declare it before I attacked, so never mind.
So just the 12 damage.
Yeah, just a 12 damage. I didn't make Luster close enough because
Mhm.
I was worried about him. So that is it.
All right. So with that, Leo, it's your turn.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. I'm going to bonus action dash. So
Sure.
40, 50, 60. No,
Nope, 55.
55, 60. Can I
All right.
attack her?
You can, yep.
That's right, you get 70 movement.
Does a 9 plus 8 hit?
It does. Yeah, they only have an AC of 11.
Oof.
That is 8 piercing damage and 3 fire damage.
Alrighty. As you come up behind and just sort of like shank them in the back near where their kidney probably is, and they let out a cry.
Are we done yet?
She shouts to, you're not sure who, but she yells, "Light them up!" And
Ooh,
back
that's
around
not
to
good.
the thugs' turns.
I don't like that word.
You all hear behind you, "I told you I heard something!" And you hear Leah go, trouble! Trouble! And 2 more thugs seem to have showed up from somewhere.
I knew it. I was like, those guys are going to hear us.
So one of them is going to yeet his javelin at Luster.
Damn it.
Does an 18 hit Luster?
I think it does. I think it's 17 is his AC. Yep.
Luster's going to take 13 points of damage
Oh, God.
as you hear him let out another yelp, and you turn around and see one of his wings pinned into the ground with a javelin that he kind of like tears it out.
Damn it.
And then the other one is going to hit Leah with his 2 attacks.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh, are you fucking kidding me? Leah, what's your... Nope, they both miss. She just kind of puts her shield up and takes these 2 Morningstar hits right to the shield.
Nice.
Oh, this guy is not happy with where he's at right now. Fuck.
Boulevard of Broken Dreams right there.
Yeah. He'll just take 2 swings at Roz. Ooh.
Take it, Roz.
Roz, does 23 hit?
It does.
Both of those hit. Go me. 2 18s.
Rude.
Yep. All right, so first attack is 9 piercing damage. And then the second attack is even worse, 7 piercing damage. Fuck. And then he's just going to try to hunker down and put his shield up.
I mean-
This caster here is going to drop a fairy fire. Where's that at? Where did you draw a shape? It is a 20-foot. So everyone in this box here. So Rosalind, Maeve, Hermia, and Thug, I need you all to make a dexterity saving throw.
We get +4 because of you, Roz.
Because of Roz, yep.
Yes.
Can that
anyone
Thug
competing
have a
me.
little bit of that +4 as well, please?
No.
Oh.
He can have nothing, and he'll like it.
So that's
That's
28
okay.
total for
He
me.
made it.
Oh, well. Can't argue with that.
Fuck, what'd you get, Roz?
I'm working on it. 20.
Oh no.
Damn it. Okay.
Why are my results not sending over?
My,
again? What the
my
fuck?
dice fell on the floor.
Reroll. It's not reroll. Refresh both pages.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, okay. That's usually what works for me.
Oh, I got a natural 20.
Okay, well, you all can make it then.
Okay, now it's sending.
Yep, that's good.
The one next to you, Leo, suddenly vanishes.
Oh. Well then.
Can I infer that they did what Maeve did earlier?
No, it actually looks a lot like what Hermia does when she uses Misty Step.
Ah. Somewhere secret.
And this other one is going to Eldritch Blast.
Blast.
Oh, who is she Eldritch Blasting? +6 to hit. Let's do Roz, since Roz is right in her field of view.
You're getting hit.
Fuck. Yeah, both of those.
I feel like
miss.
I'm echoing on somebody, but I don't know who.
Very occasionally, I feel like I hear you come through. I don't know if it's like because we're hearing you through Roz's mic.
It should only be.
Oh, it's Hermia.
Me?
Yeah, somehow we're
Okay.
catching her through yours a little bit.
Is she using or are you using a headset?
Yeah.
It could just be feedback from the
Yeah.
that shit.
Gotcha. Okay.
Oops.
So no worries. It's
Let's see. We will have this person 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. We'll move over this way. And with that, it is Roz's turn.
She's gonna stab this guy.
Stab him.
Stab away. Uh-oh. Kenku.
Flanked with Hermia. So 8 + 4 + 6 is 18.
That is enough.
Nice.
All right. 12 slashing damage.
Yeah, that'll do. That'll hit him. Did you include your D6 necrotic as well?
Oh, nope. Sorry. No, I didn't. 5 necrotic.
All right. And he cries out in pain, kind of looking like a cornered beast right now, just almost frothing as at the mouth as he's like looking between all three of you around him. And your
she'll
turn?
swing again. Nope, she'll
All
swing again. Okay. 22 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
All right. Nice. So 6 + 7 is 13 slashing damage + 6 necrotic, so 19 more.
All right, that's enough to drop him. Were you being non-lethal?
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Then
and
as
she is
you kind of see him starting to like waver a little bit, your last attack you go at him with, you turn your sword to the blunt side and just
Yep.
whack him upside the side of the head, and he just like a light switches off and just falls to the ground, stiff as a board.
Yep. All right, and she's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 to right there.
Okie dokie. So back to Leah, as she has these two huge
Terminator over
thugs
here.
coming out behind her.
Hit something. I don't say that. I'm not that mean. By him thinking it.
Yeah, no, I'm just looking to see what she
No, I'm
has.
just making fun.
She'll try and do hold person on the guy who's in front of her and goes, "You just wait right there." And he has to make a wisdom save. And that's a natural 1. And he kind of starts to raise his weapon and then just sort of freezes in place there. And 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And she kind of taps on Hermia's shoulder and goes, "That guy over there can't move." And it is her. Oh, actually, you know what? She's going to drop a... No, she can't see Leo. She's going to drop a bonus action healing word on Luster.
Aw, I love that everybody heals Luster, even though I can just bring him back with a spell slot. It's very cute.
11 points of damage for Luster.
Right.
Or not damage, heals.
That damage. I hope.
11
Oh
points
God.
Burning damage.
Oh shit, wrong spell, Maeve. I'm so sorry about your dragon.
Just power word death.
Hermia, it is your turn.
3.5 opposite rules.
Which one did she point to? Like,
This first guy right here. He is
Ugh.
technically paralyzed. I believe hold person counts as paralyzed, which means if you hit him, it counts as a crit. Yep, sure is.
okay, can I get over to him?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You can actually get right next to him, yeah.
Okay, I'll hit him.
All right. So as you're moving over, you can hear your sword in your head. Oh, this is going to be good.
Oh my god!
You
Why
get
do you
to
sound so evil.
you get to roll with advantage. He's like, no, I don't mean it. I just mean you can't possibly screw this one up.
I haven't been screwing
I'm sorry.
anything up.
That sounded. Just hit him, Hermia.
That's a 19 plus 8.
Yeah, that hits. So go ahead and roll double the dice, including the d6 from Roz. Or no, not from Roz, but you know the two of you get it.
Okay. So 9 and 4.
And that's and then did you roll double the dice?
Yeah, I did it. So like it's 9 plus 4 in total.
Did you also roll 2d6 for your necrotic damage?
Yeah, I didn't roll so good.
So hold on. 2d8, 2d6, and your ability modifier, and you only got 13?
Yeah.
You hear
I
in your
didn't-
head, so as you hit him, like you deal damage, but you also kind of like glance off of his armor a bit.
I still
And-
get to hit him again.
You do, but after that first one, you just hear in your head, oh.
Oh my god. It's
Go
not
ahead.
my fault.
No, you're right. You're absolutely correct, Hermia. Once you land the hit, the damage is on him. Chad did not wake up, did not.
It's not his name!
Is that how that works?
Oh my god.
Oh God.
So again, roll a hit for your second one.
Okay.
It's all right, Foir. It happens to the best of us sometimes.
Does a 17 hit?
Just
do that right?
barely. Yep.
Okay, yeah.
So go ahead and roll damage again.
Okay.
Better crits this time. Here we go.
Is it still double the dice or no?
Yeah, because you're critting him.
Oh,
So
okay.
2d10, 2d6.
Maybe I should use a different damage dice. It's my other one. Okay, let's try this one. Ooh, better. Okay. So 16, 17, 18, 19. 19 plus. What's my other d6? $19 plus 9.
Jesus. Yeah, so 28.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I did that.
All right, so this time you drive your sword through this guy's chest, and you can see he's staring right at you. His morning star still sort of half up in the air, and you just see this fear and pain in his eyes. And as you pull it out, blood kind of starts to spray, but is also sort of caught and pulled into Foamirth. Make a intimidation check with advantage, please.
Okay. Oh. Advantage. Where's my intimidation? So that was a nat 20 plus 5.
Okay. Yep. So as you kind of pull it out, and you're and you hear in your head for your sword's that's better. And so this wicked grin kind of spreads across your face, and the other thug now starts to walk backwards.
Nope.
Anything else, Hermia?
Nope.
Okay. So Leaf will turn over towards him as well and go, I will help, Hermia, and is going to produce flame. And I think only melee attacks count for crits on things that are being held.
Really?
I think so.
Well, I know for prone that's true. I don't know if...
Let me just double check here, because if something's paralyzed and you are within 5, I think the rule is if you're within 5 feet and you hit something that is paralyzed, it's an automatic crit. Paralyzed, attack rolls have advantage. Any attack that hits the creature is a critical hit if the attacker is within 5 feet of the creature. Yep.
Oh,
So,
that's annoying.
yep, he's going to
Ooh.
produce his flame, which is 11 damage, and the guy just starts slowly burning while paralyzed and can't do anything.
Jesus.
A man's having a rough day.
Yeah. And Zana, 5.
Shoot something!
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Let's try this again. Gonna burn another grit. That is better.
Doom eternal, this woman. This poor caster.
13 as she just puts a blast of pellets into this lady's chest. Maeve,
Ow.
it is your turn.
Okay, so we got some people here, and then we got some people up here. I feel like you guys got it under control, so I'm gonna...
Are the casters dead?
One of them, you don't know where it went.
Yeah, they just
And-
disappeared off my turn order, so I was confused. Sorry.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
yeah, you're right.
One of them technically is, you can't see them, so I hid them, but they are still on
Oh,
there.
fair enough. Okay, go.
but this guy's still around. All right, I'm gonna assume that you guys are gonna figure that one out. So, can I still see this one?
Oh, yeah. And you have advantage
Okay.
on the attack.
Cool. Then, just gonna roll these dice then. Okay, I'm guessing 27.
That hits.
Okay. I'll have Luster infuse that one. Oh, poor Luster. He's not doing so hot. So 14 damage.
It's okay,
Non-lethal.
You only needed the 13.
Fair enough.
As you put one in his shoulder and watch as he just kind of slumps to the ground.
All right. Can I still see this one?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Next attack. Normal attack. 20.
That hits.
8 damage.
As you can tell, this guy is actually starting to turn to run, and you put one in the back of his shoulder.
Big ow. I will use my bonus action. Luster's out for blood now. He's not happy. So 5, 10, 15, 20. He gonna bite him.
Bite him, Luster.
Give him a big chomp. Did he do the chomp?
Not yet.
There's
Nice
the chomp.
chomp.
That hits.
Cool. He does 4 damage.
4,
Yeah,
yeah.
feeling so hot.
Yep, it's enough. This guy's like, just leave me alone. I'm leaving.
He's not happy. All right,
Leo.
it's my turn.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. And I'll bonus action dash to get behind her. I don't see anything behind me, so I'm just gonna stab her.
Yep, go for it. +2 since you're pretty much flanking. To the attack.
Probably gonna need a 4 + 8 + 2, so 14.
That's enough. And you do have sneak attack on this.
8 piercing damage. 2, 3, 5 fire damage, and I'm just gonna roll a sneak attack here.
Yep. Oh, shoot. Had you done any damage to her? I think only Zana had done damage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it was like 15. And then you did, was it 9 damage? And then 5 damage.
Yep, and 13.
And then 13 damage. And as you do, you see that same puff of smoke as she uses her reaction to Misty Step away.
Can I swipe the dust as a reaction?
Swipe the dust, like just in case she's like still in front of you or something?
Yeah, I just want to
Sure.
make sure.
Yep, you strike out at it, but you just hit air. And with that, we are back around to the Thug's turn. Lester may make an opportunity attack if he wishes.
This guy's getting the hell out of
Yeah.
dodge.
He's gonna bite him. Does
Chomp.
19 hit?
Yeah, that hits. Do the damage.
Four
Damn it,
again.
Lester.
I know.
And he nips again, hitting him in the ass and like pulling a piece of his pants off. And then this guy just books it. Like he's double dashing all the way out.
All right.
And with that, if you wanted to do sort of another round, sort of come and look back here to see if you can see the other ones, you may. So we'll just kind of like go another sort of round here while you guys kind of decide what it is that you'd like to do. So Rosalind.
Yeah. Rouse will go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and see what I can see.
All right. You hear the pitter patter of like footsteps. Go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a chasm.
Sure is.
Okay, but it wasn't as big as I thought it was.
19?
I thought it like.
Ooh, 19 is good, but unfortunately they rolled a natural 20. So you can tell that they're heading south, but you can't see anything.
Rouse kind of grunts in frustration, but nods. They're getting out of here. They're heading south, probably towards the back where they said the other guy said the boss was.
So it's up to you if you want to try and give chase or if you want to spend some time here to try and look at some stuff, like investigate some things.
No, I'll just wait here.
All right. So with that, it begins to calm, and a silence now falls over the caverns, the mines here.
What should we do about these thugs? We need to get them out of here.
Yep. So what would everybody like to do? Rosalind, were you going to stay there and kind of keep an eye out?
Yeah, she's making sure we don't get ambushed again, so she's gonna stay in here and just keep guard.
Okay. Why don't you go ahead and give a perception check for me?
I'll spend advantage or inspo. Am I +0 still for perception? I am 16 + 0 for 16.
You could always channel someone if you wanted to.
You can always
Yeah,
channel me.
might as well. I will channel.
Or Leaf. It's +10.
I'll channel Leaf. Whoever's +10.
Yep, Leaf is plus
so
10.
26.
26. Okay, so with a 26, kind of taking a look around. First of all, this is a weird room with this giant chasm here, and kind of looking down over the edge. You have no idea how far down it goes, but you do not want to fall. But you can see chunks of this blue crystal jutting out all along the sides there. You also notice that there are a lot of spots on the ground and the wall here that is smooth, like it's been ground down. Maeve, did you tell them about that sort of acidic sort of spot in the other
Yes,
place?
I
You
did.
noticed that it's exactly like what Maeve had pointed out in the other room.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, she's just gonna like keep guard in here while they figure out what they're gonna do over in the other room, and she'll pop a lay on hands to heal back up while she's in here.
All right, we will say that Leaf and Leah volunteer to tie the 3 thugs
I
up.
was just about to suggest that they maybe get them out of here.
Yeah, maybe they can take them back to the entrance and get them out of here because we're gonna blow this place up.
What's Leaf's strength score? I don't know that. Yeah, I don't think that either of them have the
There's carts.
strength for it.
What about the carts?
They do technically have carts, yes. So they begin to load them into the carts. So while that is happening, Luster comes up to you whining, Maeve.
No.
Why don't we just like heal one of them and have them push the cart out?
We could always do that as well.
We could do that.
Did you want to like look through them at all, see if they have anything, investigate the area?
Yeah, I want to see if they have any like papers or anything that
Sure.
might identify what they're actually doing there.
So going through them, you find between the 3 of them 97 gold.
You keeping it, or what are you doing with it?
I'm not going to take their gold.
Okay.
Okay. That's fair enough. That's their goal, I guess.
Then go ahead and make a... I don't know if Maeve and Hermia are looking around as well. You guys find it.
Yeah, I'll be helping look around.
Yeah,
I was gonna
So-
recast Luster.
Oh, you just dismiss him and recast him?
Yeah, heal him up.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna make him be acid, because if he's gonna lick that acid, at least he can be immune to the damage.
Fair enough. So he is back to full and feeling a lot better. As you two are looking through the tents, you find an old journal that's in there that seems to have a bunch of hastily written notes in it. One of you go ahead and make a intelligence check for me.
You would be better at that than me, Hermia, I think.
All right, we'll have Leah will drop a first level cure wounds into one of these thugs to get him back up to 10. And then and then you guys are basically like, look, you can all die here or you can start pushing your buddies out in a minecart. And it's difficult for him to do because he's still kind of on death's doorstep, but he begins to do so.
I'm just glad I thought of the carts. You're welcome.
Yep.
All right.
Who's making the
Hermia,
intelligence check?
Hermia, what is your intelligence? Because mine is only +1.
Intelligence
Mm-hmm.
+2.
Okay. I can assist, but you should probably make the roll.
Just a straight roll on this one.
Okay.
Because you may have time later to study it a bit deeper, but this is basically just like a quick like flipping through to see if there's anything you can glean from it. Yep.
So it just intelligence.
Yep.
Mhm.
Just a straight
Okay.
D20 plus your
19.
intelligence modifier. Okay.
19.
That's enough. So as you find this journal and you kind of start to flip through it a little bit, as everybody looks around a little bit more, gets the people healed up, starts to push them off, you come to a few conclusions based on it. It seems to be research around the blue azurite here. It can be turned into a low-quality version of residuum at about half the effectiveness, and it is most commonly used to make sood, but not very good sood.
Dude.
Type of drug that is made out of
Oh,
residuum.
okay.
Okay. So they were using this to make drugs.
Yep. Was there anything else in this big chamber that you wanted to check out?
I'd like to keep the journal.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
Mhm.
I don't
What do we
want
call it? The
drug
mine?
journal.
drug journal?
Call it blue azurite research notes.
Blue,
Yeah,
azurite
I'm putting it in the
research.
in the chat for you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Roslyn,
Yeah.
as
Sorry,
you
going around.
Yep, as you are out here just kind of like mulling around, kicking rocks, you don't quite notice it, but you do eventually hear the thump sound of something wet and heavy hitting the ground. Thump. And then another one.
Where do I hear that?
And you turn around to see two large jellies on the ground before you.
Rob's gonna yell
And
out, "Oh shit! Get your weapons out!"
A
Oh, I
third
may have
one,
changed.
a third one coming up over the edge.
Uh-oh.
And with that, we are back into combat, which you can tell because of the music. Hermia.
It is a good thing.
Well, all of you hear echoing from that way, "Oh shit, get your weapons out." What do you do? Hermia?
Yeah,
There you
but
go.
get our weapons out.
Okay, it's your turn. Are you gonna run over there?
Yeah. Where?
All right,
Where's
so
Roz?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and you see these two massive jelly creatures.
Holy crap! What the fuck are these?
Yeah, pretty much.
I'll hit them with Eldritch Blast if I can't get close enough to them
Yep.
yet.
Go ahead, throw your Eldritch Blast. Your Sword and Shield effect has unfortunately by this time worn off.
Boo.
The first one's a nat 20.
Okay.
I am not kidding.
Yeah, go ahead and roll damage then. Make sure you double it.
Okay. So where's my? Okay. So that is 7. No, that can't be right. So I rolled a 6 plus 6 is 12.
Yep.
Yeah, that is. Wait, no, that's the wrong one.
6 and 6 is 12. Then you add your charisma.
I rolled my sword dice. That's why it looked off to me. They're different.
Oh, right, because you need D10s for Eldritch Blast.
Yeah. I was like, why is this look
Yep.
right?
So
Okay.
go ahead and reroll then.
11 points of damage,
Okay.
and
That's-
then
Doubled as well. The die roll. Okay.
yeah. And then the second one is a dirty 20 to hit.
That will hit. Yep. Go ahead and roll damage again.
And this one is going to be 15 points of damage.
All right. So your Eldritch Blast impacts and sends sort of like this rippling through them, and there's like a black scorch mark on it that seems to slowly just sort of disappear for a moment.
Does it hurt them?
As far as you can tell, they seem to be sort of like quivering when it hit them.
Okay.
All right. Leaf's turn. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Can't quite see. 5, 10, 15. And he goes, "Oh. There are giant gelatinous creatures. Raz must be enthused." As unfortunately it to get himself there. Zana, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10. And she goes, "Oh, yes. 5, 10, 15." And she's going to start backing back up. I guess she could take a shot before she does that. That would make sense.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I love Zana coming around the corner. Oh, nope.
She knows what those are. It's 2d8s for the shotgun. 6, 7. I think it's piercing damage, so that's fine. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 damage. And then she's going to move back. Maeve, your turn.
God. All right. Let's see. I'm not sure she's gonna get far
So
enough.
yeah, the one that has been attacked already, Roz, you can start to see that like it's kind of unstable and seems to be shaking and wobbling more than the other ones, which just have this slow sort of rhythmic ripple to them.
Okay, I think the closest I can get is behind Zana. Let me see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Yeah. Am I able to shoot through Zana or no? Can I not get a good look?
You can. Hold on, let me see here if you can see. You can shoot through people, no problem.
Okay.
It's gonna have a slight boost to its AC as you're kind of trying to look around a corner, but yes, you can.
Okay. I will move Luster up actually in front of Zana. I can't tell if changing him to acid type was the best or worst decision I could have done. So we're gonna find out. All right, she's gonna do her attack.
Yep.
To the one that she can see, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, I need to get a new mouse. This mouse's roller is driving me insane. Ooh, does 16 hit?
16 does hit.
Nice to know. And then I will do 1d6 acid damage.
Ooh, it's piercing. Okay, so yeah, you are able to fire your arrow in there, and you're not sure if the acid damage helped or not, but as it passes through this one, it kind of begins to shudder, and there's a bit of like a pop to it, and it just kind of starts to slowly melt across to the floor.
Ooh. Okay. I do have a second attack. Can I see the one behind it, or not really?
A little bit. You can try.
Okay. I'll give it a shot. Give it a shot. Like shooting arrows. 17?
17 hits, yep.
Cool. 11.
All right. Leo, it is your turn.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 bonus action dash. 5.
Oh, I wish I had that.
15, 20.
So good.
25. I'll attack it. Fuck it.
Yep, go for it.
$18 plus 8 to hit.
That hits, yep.
Seven piercing damage and 2, 4, 6 fire damage.
All right, as you walk up and you slice straight down the middle with your dagger, you watch as from that slice,
Oh no.
it splits.
2 slimes.
There are now 2 slimes.
Wait, how come his made 2 slimes?
Mine's not slashing damage, it's piercing.
Mine's piercing as well.
Daggers are piercing damage?
Yep.
They are piercing. Yeah, slashing is
Well-
more like broadswords and axes.
Well, all right then. Never mind. There is not 2 of them. There's still just the 1.
Funsies.
All right.
Oh dear.
End of your turn?
Yeah, because I used my bonus action.
All right. With that, Roz, it is your turn.
Yep. Rob's gonna turn around and see the 3 big ochre jellies and reduce to 2. And she'll move forward and she's gonna attack this one right here. Spend inspo.
Sword is slashing damage, though, right?
That's to say.
Sword is slashing.
Yeah.
damage.
All
I was gonna
right.
say, I think that's slashing.
Well, Roz is about to learn something.
Nat 20.
All
So
right.
We will burn a 2nd level spell slot for that big radiant, big
Yep.
divine smite.
Don't worry about rolling the slashing damage because they are just straight up immune to slashing damage. But radiant hurts them.
All right.
So go ahead and roll the radiant.
1. Jesus. Oh my.
How many are you rolling?
Well, 6 because I crit. That's
so cool.
Yeah. So that's 15, 22, 29, 35, 41 radiant damage.
Jesus Christ. Well, here's the good news. In order for them to split, they have to have at least 10 HP left, and he does not. So, it looks very unstable. In have you ever tried to make jelly, but you leave it in too long and burn it?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's-
yeah, it's still kind of
it's-
melty.
It's doing that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't
Yeah.
look great. Like parts of it seem to be like bubbling and popping.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. End of your turn.
Yep.
All right.
Oh, wait, I have a second attack.
That is important.
That is important.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's very relevant right now. Although, I don't want to spend another smite to have to kill this thing.
That's what you're gonna have to do. Not that
I
she
know.
knows that. She doesn't know that the slashing didn't do any damage.
Yeah, to be fair.
I thought you just said Roz was about to learn something.
but your
Except she
radiant-
did too much damage, so it didn't do the thing that was gonna teach her.
Ah, gotcha. Oh.
So you don't have to use the smite if you don't want to.
So yeah, she takes a big old slash at it for 23 to hit.
All right, and it does as you kind of like poke into it and then pull back out, and it doesn't really seem to have done much. But it also doesn't split in half either.
I won't metagame it. She just assumes she did something, but then it's like, oh, well, it didn't work.
All right. They only get one attack each, and they have not.
What was
great
Leah
attack.
gonna do?
She had to do both action and dash just to
okay.
get up there.
I was just making sure.
Yep. So, all right, here's an attack on Leo and Roz. Oh, hey. Roz 22,
That does hit, yes.
Leo 17.
It's
Nice. All right, so we'll do Leo first. You are going to take 10 bludgeoning damage and
Ow.
5 acid damage.
Can I have that with Uncanny Dodge?
You can. So 5 bludgeoning, 1 acid. And Roz is going to take also 10 bludgeoning damage and 2 acid damage.
Can I have that with Uncanny Dodge?
When you take a few levels in Rogue, you can.
Okay, checking.
I think it's about it's about 5 levels rogue.
All right, Hermia, it is your turn.
So when Roz hit the slime, did it go into 2?
It did
No.
not.
Okay. Then I'll. Can I get to this one?
Yes, you can.
I'll go up to that one and hit it.
All right, go ahead and roll to hit. Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't have been able to see what Roz was doing back there regardless.
Yeah, it's hard to see. She didn't shout it or anything.
Does a 16 hit?
A 16 does hit. And as you slice Foamir through it and pull back, it doesn't seem to do anything, which even you hear in your head, odd.
It doesn't hurt it?
And you watch as where you
as you
cut
go-
it, it splits into 2.
You glance over at Raj. She also seems to be kind of like looking at her sword a little bit confused at the moment.
Are they resistant to bad? No, because I hit it with Eldritch Blast.
No, yeah, they're immune to slashing.
Oh, it's just slashing?
Specifically,
And if you hit them with slashing, they split in 2.
Mm-hmm.
But they have to have at least 10 HP left to do it.
We have finally found a creature where your damage type actually matters.
All right, so Hermia, would you
Um,
like to try and attack them again?
I mean, it's either that or like I can't do anything else.
All right, so yeah, you try and kind of slash at it again. Luckily, this time it doesn't split them, but it also, again, doesn't really appear to hurt them. And in your head, you hear your sword go, just this once, you can Eldritch Blast it. On your next turn, of course.
Did I use all my movement?
5, 10, 15, 20. You have 10 feet left. You want to move away?
Is it gonna try to attack me?
It will, yes.
Probably.
Okay, well I have my cloak on, so Yeah, I'll try to step back.
All right. Boop, boop. And at disadvantage, yeah, it misses with a 2.
Okay.
All right. Leaf comes up. And we'll just throw a produce flame. And hit it. And as he does, it bubbles and pops. With that, Zana's turn. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Oh my god, just barely hits. And pops that one too. As she hits it, it just kind of like blasts it back, and you just see like this. Remember on Nickelodeon, just like the goop stuff that they would just like slime
Yeah.
people with? It just looks
Just
like that
backed,
as it
yeah.
just out into this pit and just falls down. I'm just gonna step over this way. Maeve, your turn.
All right, Luster realizes that he gets to eat the jelly now, so he's running ahead. 5, 10,
Take it.
15,
30, yep.
20. Yeah. Oh, sorry. I didn't realize you were moving him.
All good.
Um,
Yep. So go ahead
alright.
and roll the attack. Rosalind, you watch as Luster comes like galloping around the corner between Leaf and like through Leia's feet, and like his mouth is open, his tongue is hanging out like Toothless style as he's
Yeah.
just running towards this thing.
Rosalind didn't see Luster get resummoned as an acid dragon, and she's like, Luster, no!
And you watch as Luster just dives into this thing and just starts like a dog in like a pile of leaves, and just starts throwing bits and pieces of it like left and right until
Really, he's eating it?
Yep, eating it, biting at it, and by the time he's done, it's just a puddle, and he's just covered in it and looks happy as a clam.
Maeve is catching up. Okay, you like being immune to acid, I see.
Oh.
Zana looks at you, Rosalind. We leave you alone for 5 minutes.
How's your weapons doing?
They're fine.
Not one
As
of them.
she looks down towards the thing that she just blew away and starts reloading it.
Just checking. I know it's been a rough day for you on that one. Roz will pump another 12 HP back into herself. You get back up to full.
Leaf will come over to you, Leo, and will put his hands up to you and say, "Do not resist." And is going to
Leaf,
give
I was
you-
telling you, that is not how you ask for consent. No. we're going to keep working on it. Don't you worry, buddy.
and pumps 12 healing into you, and then I believe his moon sickle does an additional
1d4?
D4.
Mm-hmm. Is he in his? Oh
So
no, I don't
he
think
is
he ever
not.
changed his. Okay.
So another 3 on top of that.
All right. Well, before anything else oozes out of the walls, try to kill us, maybe we can keep moving? Yeah?
Agreed. We did find, Hermia found a journal. Apparently, this blue azurite stuff can make not a very strong form, but sood.
I don't know what sood is, but I'll assume it's not
You
legal.
Do actually, because that was
I
some of the
do?
stuff that you threw off of the boat
Into the lake.
and into the lake.
Would
Which
I
I
have known that?
which I,
Yeah.
I believe that
Leo and Balthazar told us.
Balthazar, who you guys
Yeah.
knew as Roy, and
Right.
he filled you in on it, yeah.
Oh, fair enough. Okay. Oh. Huh,
And
explains a
actually,
lot.
Sood is actually also common in Vano as well.
Oh, well, never mind then. She does know.
Yep.
But, all right. Well,
The guy has one idea, it seems.
fair enough. Shall we keep moving?
I think so. Is everyone ready?
All right, so who is
Yeah.
taking the lead here? Since
Would you like
Maeve
to take the
is,
lead,
is
Roz,
no
as I-
longer.
Yeah, I think
not
I think
invisible.
at this point
I think
take
I
the lead.
have ruined invisibility in your dungeon enough, Robbie.
All right, so now
Okay.
with Roz taking the lead here.
will
Are
make
you
it-
trying to be stealthy?
Yeah, why not?
Okay,
All right.
group
We'll move
stealth check.
quietly.
Yep. Go ahead and give me a group stealth check in
Move quietly.
the chat for everybody.
That's what the skill used to be called. Ah, damn it, 12. I like to spend inspo.
If you'd like to, go for it.
I would like to. I refuse. I refuse that roll. 16, fine.
Okay.
This is not 12.
So as you move up, you do see that there is a quick pivot and turn.
Are you moving us? Okay, cool.
Yep. So everyone begins to quietly and stealthily move through. Leo, since you're at half, are you like, do you think you look like you're in any pain or struggling at all?
Leo just said BRB, so I'm not
okay.
sure.
All right. So as you come up to about here-ish, you see up ahead of you the chasm that you were told about. Why did Leaf produce flame? Get out of here, Leaf. And as you kind of see it and come to a bit of a slow walk to maybe turn around and tell people or what it is, whatever, you notice that in front of you, 2 beams of light seem to appear as invisible wears off of the 2 mages from earlier, and they are both casting Eldritch Blast right at you.
Sorry.
Rude.
That first one is going to hit. And
You
the
are the tank, though.
second one is also going to hit. So luckily, only their first 2 blasts on you were at advantage. The next 2 will be regular. That one misses. That one both misses. So you only get hit by 2 of them.
All right.
You do take the full brunt of the blasts, though, which is
Ouch.
10 damage from the first one.
All right.
And 10 damage from the second one.
Oh.
And y'all know what time it is.
More battles.
Back into the battles!
Oh.
And they are going to take off. Whoop.
Motherfuckers.
You're gonna take off again? Oh, running. Okay.
And then let me go ahead and roll them into the initiative order here real quick.
Yeah, they're at 13 right now on here.
Oh, are they still up there? Yeah, let me take them off
Yep.
then.
16.
Oh, Jesus.
I assume Leo goes before them.
Yeah, I'm sure he has way higher dex than they do. Hermia, it is your turn as you hear up ahead a quick explosion and some pained grunts from Rosalind.
Oh.
Rob's out for the 3rd time. Shit, get your weapons out.
You can get, with just one move, you can get right up here next to Maeve.
Okay, I'll go there.
Do you want to there's nothing you can see from here, so do you want to use your move to go up further?
Rosalind will be like, they ran south around the corner.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, 5, 10, 15, 20. Now, here's what I would say, because you have 10 feet of movement left. You can't quite see them. You can either start moving here along the left side, along the wall, or you can come out here onto this part of the track, which looks precarious and is suspended over what looks like a bottomless pit. But from there, you might be able to see them.
I'm gonna go along the wall.
The safe side? Okay. That's as far as you can get right there, then. Well, actually, no, because if you could have went there, you can get one more closer. So.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Leaf's turn. You hear, Hermia, friend, wait for me. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 5, 10. Hello, Hermia. And he's just going to wait there next to you.
Okay.
Zana's turn. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10. She'll just kind of move out here for now. Maeve, your turn.
So you said that, like, this is not stable?
This.
Yeah, right here. The track.
Okay, that's fine. Okay. 35, 30. Can I see them from here?
You can see one from there. They have a bit of cover,
Okay.
but you can. Yep.
Cool. And then, sorry, just real quick, I just need to see 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 35, 40. Okay. Luster can go right here. Okay. I am going to attack.
Go for it.
All right. 20
Yeah.
good?
So as you fire this arrow at them, you can kind of just barely see the one of them. And as it strikes, you see a flash of what looks like sort of an arcane energy that almost deflects the arrow, but it does hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Cool. I'm going to do this and this. So that is...
Were you aiming to kill?
No, aiming to maim.
Roll a d20 for me, because it's hard to be able to get exactly where you want, but we'll see.
That's fine. 7, so I don't know.
All right, you just hear someone shout out in pain.
Oops. Sorry.
Leo, it is your turn.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Oh my god, you could make it.
Bonus action 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And
you can
I'm
also see down here what looks to be some water and the starts of a dock with 2 people on the end of it.
I'm going to try to grab this other one.
All right, go
The
ahead
one
and
next to me.
make an athletics check.
I'm going to... Should I spend not initiative, inspiration?
If you'd like to.
No, I'm not going to, because I rolled a 19.
All right,
Plus
well,
2.
yeah, they rolled an 8. So, yeah, you go ahead and wrap your arms around them and put your hand across their mouth to hold on to them.
Can I move back 1 space since I have 5 more feet?
No, because dragging someone you have to move at is basically like difficult terrain, so you would need 10 feet per
true.
5. Yep.
I'll just hold on to her.
All right. With that, then, it is the caster's turn. Ugh. Let's see. What do you have that you can do here? She is going to... I want you to make a con saving throw as she bites down on your hand. Not enough to deal damage, but let's see if your hand moves or not.
15 plus 2?
Okay, you're able to keep your hand there, in which case she will just hit you with a stab. She'll just stab. She has a dagger on her. Hooah! Nope, that misses. So she isn't able to do a whole lot. But this person right here sees you and is going to hit you with a... Make an intelligence saving throw for me.
Spend inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm glad I did. 17.
Is that enough? It is. Alright, so that unfortunately doesn't do anything. And I'm just going to put the thugs on the same turn order as them. He's going to step down into the water and move to here. And at disadvantage, since you have her in the way, try to javelin you. Does a 19 hit?
It does, but can I use Uncanny Dodge to have it, but like kind of move the caster in the way of
You
it?
can half the damage, but you cannot put the damage in her. God damn it. That's only 7 piercing damage. And 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 as another guy comes out. And actually, he'll be able to get down here with double his movement. Roslyn, it is your turn.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And that's all for me.
All right. Oh, where's my right tool? There you go. Maeve. Zana.
Yep.
Plump. As an ochre jelly.
Damn it. Not you.
And a second one. As they fall to the ground next to you. Luckily, Zana's right there, so you don't have to worry about it, Maeve. But it's going to be a surprise around, and it still fucking misses. And the other one, 5, 10, and then dash for 5, 10. And Leah, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 goes, there's more jellies! Oh, boy. What is she? You know what? I bet they're really bad at deck, so she's just going to try and summon a sacred flame on one of them.
That's fair.
Yep.
That's definitely fair.
That helps. So it takes 10 sacred fire damage. Hermia, it's your turn. You notice 2 big jellies behind you.
Oh my god!
We got this. We got this. You can keep going if you want.
Okay.
Yes, don't use your swords on these.
Yeah. We got this.
Okay, I guess I'll keep going up to...
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. We'll say that with Hermia's help, you kind of push this mage and Leo back a little bit. That's about as far as you can get, and it's very tight corridors here, so you're probably going to have to use your Eldritch Blast.
Okay, I'll do that then.
All right. 2 Eldritch Blasts.
My other keys go. First one is 17.
17 just hits. Yeah, go ahead and roll damage for it. You can roll your next attack too with it if you want, because he's still at full health.
Okay, and that's the count. Oops. 18 plus 8.
Yep, that hits as well.
Ooh, not so good damage. 6 and 12.
6 and 12. All right, yeah, your 2 Eldritch Blasts explode across his armor and kind of send him reeling for a bit.
And that's my turn.
All right, it is Leaf's turn. He's gonna
Actually,
turn.
wait. Hold on.
Yes.
Hold on. Okay, never mind. You can go.
All right, Leaf goes, I have an idea. 5, 10, 15, 20. And he's going to come over here, taking an attack of opportunity from the jelly, which misses. And then he is going to try and Thorn Whip one of them.
Oh, no.
Oh. Hold on. Spells. That hits as he hits this thing with a Thorn Whip, which
I have an
does...
AC of like 8. I would hope it hit.
Yep. Doing 7... Hold on, what type of damage is that? Piercing. All right, dealing 7 damage. and then pulling it 10 feet between here, and you all watch as the jelly just falls.
Lester tried to eat and was very disappointed.
Oh, crap. That was the one that was on the turn order. They were at a 4 because they have terrible AC, and I rolled really bad. And that is Leaf's turn. So now it's to Zana, who will roll at disadvantage because this thing's... No, you know what? She'll just take a step over here. Taking the reaction. Oh, which actually hits her. For 7 damage and 3 acid. And then bang. That hits. For 13. All right, Maeve, your turn.
All right.
The jelly is sitting here just kind of like...
I'm gonna shoot it with my arrow. Well, I'm gonna try shooting it again.
Natural 1. So unfortunately, as you fire at this one, your arrow kind of sinks into it and then just sort of sits there in it, and you watch as it slowly dissolves.
All right, just gonna try again.
That one will
24?
hit. Yep.
Okay. 13 damage.
13. You got it.
And then with her bonus action, Lester's getting real excited. He's gonna run up to it and attack and try to bite
All right. Bite away, Lester.
it.
Yeah.
Hey!
Yep.
At 20.
Go ahead. Hit it.
All right.
Gonna do a big
I
Question.
gotta do. Yeah.
Is his bite attacks the element that he is?
Not yet.
Okay.
No, they are
Okay.
just plain.
Yep. Go ahead.
It is
and-
piercing
and-
damage, though.
Yep. So go ahead and roll the damage. 7.
14.
Lucky 7.
All right. Is
Yeah,
not
I think
doing
it's
too
actually
good.
next level where that. No, next level I think he can get a cone attack. or
Would you
something
like
that.
to move as well?
Can I? Okay. Yeah, actually,
Robbie,
I would.
you dummy.
What?
I forgot that I gave all of these things sort of like extra little things that they can do, and I haven't been using it. So, cool.
Okay.
Anyway, would you like to move,
yeah.
Maeve?
Yeah. I'd like to move in front of Leaf if that's okay.
Sure can. Go ahead. There you go.
Okay.
Leo, your turn.
Can I attempt to start tying up this caster?
It will take you your action, and you will have to roll against her because she's going to fight back against you.
Yeah, I figured as much.
Okay, then yeah, go
I'll do
ahead
that.
and make a dexterity check at disadvantage.
Rosalind just glances back at you, bewildered.
Yeah, as this lady, she's like, "Get
As we're in the middle
off
of a
of me!"
fight.
And she's like trying to like elbow him in the face, and he's like fumbling with some rope. So just D20 disadvantage and just your dexterity bonus.
It's a 11 plus 5.
All right, so 16. I'm gonna make her do a dexterity saving throw, and if she beats a 16, she gets free of you. Where is? There she is. She only has a +1 to dex. Yeah, okay. So you have begun to tie her up. You basically have her like on the ground with the ropes around her, and you're like trying to like tie it taut behind her.
There is a spell that makes this easier, I think.
So yep, that will be your turn. And on her turn, now that she no longer has anything in her mouth, she is going... Actually, hold on a second.
Oh god, she's gonna pull an iris.
Luckily, there's nothing for you in Dimension Door about taking an unwilling creature as she Dimension Doors away and then stands back up and kind of brushes herself off. And that is unfortunately her action. This lady's just going to lob some Eldritch Blasts at Rosalind. And they're both going to miss. So, cool. This guy's going to come up next to you, Roz.
Yep.
And 2 attacks.
Yep.
And you're able to block both of them away with your shield. And this guy's going to huck a javelin at Leo. And miss. Okay, cool. Great. Rosalind, your turn.
Attack him.
Yeah. Yeah, can I, like, slide through him to here?
No, there's unfortunately not a whole lot of room
There's
here.
no room to
Yep,
move here?
yep.
Okay.
Is this not a space up here?
No, that's the wall. If you want to potentially move him back, you could try and grapple him and literally just start shoving him backwards and, like, I'd say you'd have all of your movement to do so you can move him back far enough to kind of, like, shove him off into the water, which would give Hermia some room to get in there if that's what you're trying to do.
Yeah, that's what she's going to try to do.
All right, so go ahead and make a athletics check.
All right.
God,
Spend
what is this
inspo.
dice? You're pretty, but you roll like shit.
Yeah.
I fucking knew getting a
22.
liquid core was a bad idea. I don't care. Oh, don't worry. The weight difference isn't really that big of a deal between them. Bullshit. I call bullshit. Yes, more than enough. So you're able to push him down this way and then kind of throw him off there. And you can move in between the two of them if you want to as well.
Yeah.
We'll
Right
say
up
that was
there.
one of your attacks. So I can let you do one more attack.
All right, and then she'll attack this guy here. Can I see anything else in the room now that I'm in here? Can I see, like, over here?
Yeah. You can see that there seems to be like an underground river system here, and they've kind of built sort of like a boat dock station in here.
All right. 17 to hit my man's here.
This guy here, 17 is enough. Yeah, go and roll your damage.
All right. We'll spend a level 1 Divine Smite.
Go for it.
Thank God. My original damage sucked. So it's going to be 15 Radiant plus 9 slashing.
All right. So, yeah, you take your Radiant Sister and carve through the front of his armor as this plume of energy blasts him in the chest, kind of forcing him to go back on one leg, taking a lot out of him.
That's all for me.
All right. It is the Ochre Jelly's turn, and is going to take a swing at Lester, who opens his mouth. That is going to be a hit. So he is immune to the acid damage, but he does still take 10 bludgeoning damage.
Ow.
As it whacks him with one of its pseudopods. And then Leah will throw another Sacred Flame at it, which it rolls a natural 20 on and somehow misses. And she goes, "That's bullshit."
Damn.
Hermia, your turn.
I'll run up to the guy.
Yep, so you can get right up next to Roz, and you can hit this guy down here now.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit that guy. I feel like I might have already asked this. Does a 16 hit?
16 just misses as he kind of uses his shield to parry your blow to the side, but you have a second attack.
19.
19
Oh, wait.
hits.
Yeah, 19.
Yep, go ahead and deal your damage.
Yeah. Ooh. That is 8.
8 damage?
Yeah.
Alright. So as you slash him across the front, he kind of lets out a cry of anger and looks back up at the two of you and goes, "You don't know who you're fucking with being here."
Okay.
Leaf's turn. 5, 10, 15,
Okay.
Okay.
That's pretty much how Roz reacted. Like, yeah.
Leaf is going to dump a heal into you, Roz.
Nice.
Let me see what he has here. He'll just do a level 1 healing word. Whoops. For 10 points of healing. And that's a bonus action, so I guess he can also do a produce flame on him. But that's a miss. All right, Zana's turn. She'll shoot this thing again and blow it away. And as she kind of stomps by you, Maeve, you can hear her being like, I fucking hate subterraneans. Subterranean? Is that the right word? Subterranean? Yeah, subterranean. Yeah. And she'll get to about there. Your turn, Maeve.
Okay, let me see here. Trying to decide if I should use Zephyr Strike to get through everybody.
You
Okay,
can you can still see from right here and make attacks if you want to.
Fair enough. I will do that then. Okay then. I will, which one looks more hurt?
Seems to be about equal from what you can glean.
I will attack this one with non-lethal.
All right, go ahead, roll.
Sorry, can you give me 1 second?
Sure, no problem.
What would happen? Spell ends. Takes 1d6 at the start of its turn. Creature strength. Okay. I will wait to do that, I think, until we're getting to the casters. Because I can't really... Can I see the casters from here at all? Or not really?
I would say you can see this one right here.
Okay. I'd like to try something. Normally I'm all about pylon, but I'd like to try something.
Sure.
I'm going to cast Ensnaring Strike as a bonus action.
Okay.
And then I'm going to try to hit that caster. What happens when you hit a creature with a weapon attack? Well, I'll just... Sorry, did not mean to do... I thought I would show you the description. Anyway, has to succeed on a strength saving throw or be restrained until the spell ends.
Okay, so you have to hit
1d6
first, though?
piercing damage to start. Yep, I do have to hit first, so...
Okay, so go ahead and roll for the hit.
And it is a concentration, so I can put the concentration on myself.
Yep.
Let me hit first. It's 15 hit?
It does.
Cool.
So strength save! That is
damage.
a 14
What
1, so 13.
I don't think that...
14 is your DC, so they just miss. So they are ensnared.
Yep.
And then they take 4 piercing damage as well.
Yes.
So 12
And then
total after your attack. Yep, okay.
And then I'm going to attack this guy with my second attack.
Yep, go for it.
15 hit him?
15 unfortunately misses.
Okay. That's that will be my turn.
All right, Leo, it is your turn. So it is pretty packed up there, Leo. But 5, 10, 15, 20. I will let you try and do some dope acrobatic shit if you would like to.
I'm down.
All right, so as you kind of push through everybody and run up here, make an acrobatics check for me.
Gonna do some wall climbing.
That is a 12 plus 5. So 17.
So 17? Okay. So you plant your foot on one side of the wall, push to the other one, and kind of putting your arm up there to kind of hold yourself, you begin to wall run this way. Right as you're about over Roz and the thug, you start to feel something pull in your back. You were able to push off the wall and kind of land out here in the water. It's not quite a 3-point landing, and something definitely snapped back there. But you are able to sort of get back up and turn around. Your first attack is at disadvantage. But you're there.
I'm gonna attack the one directly in front of Roz there. First roll was a 15, second roll was a 12 plus 8, so dirty 20.
That is enough to hit. So go ahead and roll your damage, and you get sneak attack because you have people adjacent to it.
1, that's 6 piercing damage.
Yep.
2, 4 fire damage, and sneak attack.
It's 12. Big numbers. All right, he's not looking hot. as you sink your dagger into somewhere between some of the ribs and pull it back out, and he grimaces and grabs it in pain.
Do I still have my bonus action? Or would that acrobatics thing...
We'll
use
say that
my-
the acrobatics probably used up a bit of that as well, yeah.
That's fine. I was just wondering.
All right. Well, that guy you just hit is none too happy about it, so he's going to swing once at you. That's going to be a hit for 8, 9, 10, 11 piercing damage on you, Leo. And then he's going to swing back towards Rosalind for the second attack, which misses. This guy here will also swing once onto Roz for a miss, as she just kind of bounces her shield from one to the next, shielding the blows. And then he's going to swing once at Hermia as well, which is at disadvantage, which you're lucky. I rolled a natural 20. 16 to hit.
That is a miss.
Son of a bitch. All right, and then the 2 casters, we'll say this one that's snared is going to shoot 1 blast at Leo.
He can use his action to get out of it, by the way, if he
Yep.
wants to.
19 to hit Leo
That does hit.
for 10 damage. And then-
I'm going to uncanny dodge if I can.
Yep, so 5 damage, and then she's going to fling her second one at Roz. And fucking whiff! I don't think that other one actually has any spell slots left, so let's put both of these at Roz. 19 to hit Roz.
No.
All right, they both miss. And Roz, it's around to you.
All right. Roz is gonna. Which one of these 2 guys is looking worse?
The one between on the top here.
On top. All right. Roz
Yep,
is gonna
he's
attack him.
like blood is just pumping out of that wound that
Yeah.
Leo hit.
Does a 17 hit?
17 just hits. Yep.
Nice. 14 slashing damage.
All right. As you strike down the front of him, catching like part of his sort of face and cheek in the process, he basically like kind of falls down to one knee. He is looking real bad.
All right, Roz will go for the finisher. Nice, 20 to hit.
All right. You looking to be lethal or not?
No, she'll clock him in the back of the head with the blunt side of the blade.
Yep. And as you do, you basically just like a sack of potatoes. He just hits the ground.
Seeing how wounded Leo is, Roz is gonna practically snarl out at him in the back.
But I can't hit anything in the back.
Maybe Zana will teach you to shoot.
Zana yells, "You also can't get hit back here." You still had... Nope, that was both your attacks, Roz. Do you want to move at all?
Yeah, she's gonna go get all up in this person's business.
Well, that person's not happy about it.
This dude can
Leah,
make an opportunity
who...
attack if he wants.
Oh, he can. Whee! That's a miss. Leah's going to 5, 10, 15, 20. Hey, Lester. 25, 30, 5, 10, 15.
He squeaks back.
Yep. And she's just trying to keep up. Hermia, your turn.
I'm gonna hit people.
Yep,
Hitting
swing
people's
on
good.
him.
Before you can hit people, you must master hitting person.
That 17.
That
Hit.
hits. Yep, that hits.
And the second one is a 19
They both hit.
to hit. Okay. The wrong one. 11 for the first hit, and
Okay.
10 for the second.
So 21. Yeah, this dude's not looking good, and he has like this panic in his eyes as he sees like feels the life force being sucked from his body.
Oof.
Would you like to use any movement?
This guy is still like up though, right?
This one is, yes.
Okay. I'll stay until he's dealt with.
Okay. Let's see. What does Leaf want to do? Leaf wants to do something fun.
Should transform.
He only has... Well, no, technically he does have 2 of those left. Nah, he'll just produce flame. He'll kind of come up here to see that guy, and he'll be like, please, stop resisting. And throws up produce flame at him.
That's better, Leaf, but we're going to keep working on it, man. Don't you worry.
So that's 2d8. So for 13 damage. And he kind of falls to his knees, and he's like, all right, I'm not resisting, and drops his weapon down. Zana's turn. She's going to try and just beat him with the butt of her gun. Yeah, that's enough. And we'll just say that it's a d6 plus her dex.
I say he's not resisting anymore. I feel like it'd be hard to miss.
Yeah, so she just comes up at the end of her shotgun and just, like, beats him in the side of the head, and he falls to the ground unconscious. Maeve, it's your turn.
Okay. I guess. Can I see this one at all or no?
Not
if I can.
quite. Yeah, you have to basically get up to, like, at least there to be able to see her from that angle.
That's okay. We are gonna move. Sorry, just count 5, 10, 30, 35. I can move right here. Okay. And
now you can see her.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna shoot.
Okay.
17.
That hits.
Cool. 12 for the first one.
Youth.
I'm gonna shoot again. 14.
Oh, no. She goes down.
Oh. Got it. Bonus action. Not really a... well, actually... Should I? You gonna be okay there? You gonna be okay there, Leo? Or do you need a healing spirit?
We'll be fine. Leah's got magic. I'll go
Alright.
back and talk to her.
I will... I'll
Leo
just use my bonus...
definitely looks like he has really bad hernia pain right now.
I'm just gonna use my bonus action just to get luster down here, so... 5,
Oh, sure.
10, 15, 5, 30, 35. So he's coming down.
Yep.
And
With that, Leo, it is your turn.
Seeing that I'm really fucked up, I'm just going to, like, stumble past everybody to Leah
Okay.
and kind of just, like, slump against the wall.
You got it. You got it. All right. So, on this caster's turn, fuck. She's kind of looking at all of you in a panic. She's rooted to the ground here. She's looking back up at her friend that just went down. Oh. Did you say if she tries to move, she takes damage?
Sorry, give me 1 second.
Yeah,
I think she can't move. It's more of that she wants, so... While restrained by the spell, the target takes 1d6 piercing damage at the start of each of its turn. So I guess it takes 1d6
okay.
piercing
So
damage.
at the start of her turn, go ahead and roll the damage.
Yep.
All right, so 6 damage, and she's going to use her reaction to Misty Step and appears up here next to her friend.
How many
And-
Misty Steps does she have?
Each one has one of them. This was one of the new ones from back here. I hadn't used it yet. What is your passive perception, Roz? No, actually, you're not really
I think-
passively
I
doing
think
it. So
10.
just go ahead and make a perception check for me as you see her, like, whispering something as she's like helping to pick her friend up.
15.
Okay. You make out a bit of it that sounds something like, you said this was a mistake. And then as she's like picking her up, she casts another spell, which when it transpires, you all recognize as Dimension Door. And the two of them vanish in the direction of the exit of the mine.
Okay, good enough.
And with that, combat does come to an end. And Leo, as you collapse next to Leah, and she kind of kneels down next to you to drop a... We'll give you a higher level one. What does she have? Let's give you a... That'll be her last second level. Let's give you a second level Cure Wounds for 22 damage. Or 22 damage. 22 healing.
I'm down.
And as she kind of puts her hands on your shoulders and begins to pump that damage into you, for a moment you are somewhere else. You are in a small room. There's a single candle on the other side, flickering in the wind from a cold breeze that's blowing through the window. You look down, you have scars and cuts all over your chest. You have bandages wound tightly around you, red and crimson sort of staining through them. And there's a woman there who seems to be wringing out blood-stained, blood-soaked washcloth and sort of turning back towards you. You have got to stop doing this to yourself. One of these days, you aren't going to come back. And will it have been worth it then? And then, as you kind of blink, Leah's like, is what worth what? And that's where we'll end tonight's session.